What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Champ and the Tramp podcast. Thanks for being with us. Today's episode is brought to you by Corona Seltzer. Sometimes me and my man, we just like to sit down here and kick it after the show's over and sip on a couple Coronas and nothing better.
These are very tasty. You know I'm about to go dieting soon.
I know.
I got a fight coming
I'm
up.
impressed.
And I'm looking at the box. 0 carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and only 90 calories. Looks like this is on the meal plan, this can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Corona Seltzer. Get yours today.
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You were not rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. We're never tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the Champ and the Tramp, let the bomb blast.
Yep, we're giving it to you. We're giving it to you guys really raw right now.
All right, let's go.
All right.
My man Andrew, let's go on the mic.
We got Andrew, our tech guy over here. He was much needed, and that's no disrespect to our boy Lou, who ran the show here for a bit. Go ahead.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, Frank, first question. What event do you find more exciting as a fan? A UFC event or the NCAA Wrestling Championship?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. I'll tell you what. To me, it matters who is in it. If it's someone I know personally, then that event will take the cake. Like, if I'm watching Steve's son, Sebastian Rivera, wrestle in the NCAAs, I'm going to be super jacked and more into it. And then again, if I see my teammate fight in UFC, I'll be pretty jacked then, too. So it matters on who's going to, who's going to be out there fighting, competing.
Would it be
But
fair?
they're all, but either one, you're fucking jacked. I mean, those are that for me as a sports fan. I'm not really a big sports guy. I'm more of a doer than a watcher, I guess you could say. But I ain't fucking playing football and basketball, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So
is it fair to say though, just based on all your stories in here, that your favorite fights of all time were your Seaside Hype fights back in the day?
Yeah. But I'm saying they're saying as a fan.
No, I know.
As a fan. Yeah, but those are
most memorable.
But honestly, even watching fights like
that's what I'm saying.
out in Seaside, those are great fights to watch.
How do you not get pumped up?
Yeah.
This one's from Young Evan. How did it feel when you beat BJ Penn?
Yeah, that was awesome, man. Fight BJ Penn. I had a lot of ups and downs in my athletic career in wrestling. I came so close to my goals. I took second in the state in high school, and then I came up short as an All-American. Took second in high school nationals. I came up short as All-American. Lost in the blood round, triple overtime. So to finally reach the pinnacle of the sport in the weight class I was in, that was just. It made me feel like this wasn't all for naught. You know what I mean? My life has some purpose. I achieved what I was getting, and that was when you think that's the most important thing, and then you realize there's a lot more than just winning in life. But that was a great moment for me.
And that's when he was at his peak, probably too. He was the best of the 3 fights you fought against him. He was probably the best that time.
Absolutely, he literally ran through everybody. Diego, Kenny Florian, Joe Stevenson, Sean Shirk, dominated, stopped them, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's from Mark Vincent. If you could choose the actor to play the other's biopic, who would it be? If you could choose which actor's biopic you would personally like to play, who would it be?
Ooh, this is Marky Lee.
We love Marky Lee.
You want to go first?
Let
me go first. All
Yeah.
right. You ever see Everybody Loves Raymond? You know the brother?
Yeah.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah, that's a good one. I can't think of his name, but I know who you mean. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And I got one more. I got a couple more. I'm giving them the jabs first. You ever see Bloodsport?
No.
Never seen Bloodsport? Have you seen Bloodsport?
With Van Damme?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You know Action Jackson?
Yes.
That's you, bro. Action Jackson, bro.
Yeah.
He can play you.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Wait, Action Jackson's the football player, dude.
He's the big
the
dude.
ogre.
From
Nerds, Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, but honestly, I think Jerry Butler would be good for you?
I don't know who that is.
Jerry Butler, Sparta.
Oh,
300.
Gerard.
This is-
Gerard Butler,
Jerry,
yeah.
whatever. Fucking Gerard
Yeah.
Butler. This
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
guy.
Gerard
I know him
Butler, yeah.
personally. All right, I know him
Yeah.
personally. You
You
call him Jerry.
Okay.
Jerry,
I don't know him personally, so I'll
This
call him Gerard.
is Maine. We have wolves.
For you, man, I don't know. I guess toss up the first couple that come to mind are only because he's played fighters before and he's really, really good. Tom Hardy.
That'd be dope.
Tom Hardy
That'd
would
be
be a
dope.
good one for you. And the only other one I can really think of would be Mark. Shit, what's his last name? He's an amazing actor. Fucking
Wahlberg.
Yeah,
I get down with that too.
Yeah,
I
Wahlberg.
get down with that
I don't know
too.
why I couldn't think of his last name, but yeah, Wahlberg. Probably Tom Hardy. I love Tom Hardy. I remember the first movie I ever saw him in, way back in the day. Was
Do you ever get like you look like this guy or this actor? Anybody?
No, not that I can think of.
I've gotten somebody. Something Levitt, Jordan got Josh Levitt, or you know what I'm talking about? He was in Batman. He played Robin in Batman. He played in
I don't know who he
in
means,
Looper.
yeah.
He played in Looper, I think.
Oh yes,
Josh Gordon Levitt.
yes.
Yeah.
Didn't he play
Something Christmas, Night Before Christmas?
Yeah, he's been in a bunch.
Damn, I just rang out a bunch. So
Yeah. I know who you mean now.
yeah.
Okay, next one.
He played Snowden, didn't he?
Yeah, you're right.
Movie
Yeah.
Snowden, yeah.
So why is this on me, bro?
Because you were talking. I'm fucking trying to give the fans what they want, bro.
Okay, these guys directing.
fans want you to
He's
take your shirt off
acting
and
and
take your shirt
directing. He's
off, all right?
acting and directing. He's
right.
fucking the star and the producer. I fucking
And-
love it. This guy
And
does
I'm
it all.
I'm pretty simple-minded.
Andrew, right? Be careful, bro.
I can-
Be careful, Andrew. He's coming for your fucking job.
I'm probably going to be fighting Sandhagen in a couple months.
Hey, you got the fucking height on him.
All right, this one's from Hold Man Run. Who do you think is the greatest fighter in 3 divisions of your choosing? Also, have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Hey, you too, buddy. The greatest fighter in 3 divisions of my choosing. I'll say 55, Khabib. You know, I'll say 25, Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would argue with that.
I'll say 205, John Jones.
Yep.
Those are pretty easy picks.
I think those
Pretty dominant picks. I don't
those
think
are
they're controversial picks. You know.
solid, yeah.
Now let's see what this guy Davidson could do, or my man Cody goes down, gets the belt. You know, they can make a run for the best 25er, and you know, even at 205. Shit.
I mean, Anderson Silva would have had to been in there if he didn't have
At
so many
85.
losses at the end. Yeah,
yeah, but that I don't think. I mean, it's still at his peak. Who was better than him?
true. Facts.
You know.
Adesanya might be in there. at
Yeah,
some
that's
point.
what I'm saying. It's just give it time. That's what I
Right,
mean.
right.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
This one's from Frank Viscuso. Who would win in a fight in the octagon between Frankie Edgar and Roger Matthews, New Jersey? No.
Frankie's humble, so I'll answer this.
No, but I ain't that humble. I ain't that humble.
Who'd win, Frank? Who'd win?
Listen,
Who'd win?
I do this for a living, bro.
So, I don't know. I'm old school. I'm a little older than Frankie, and I used
He's
to
got
be
5 years on me,
a little
bro.
older than Frankie. And I always used to think that like size mattered, and it does to a degree. There's no question it does. I mean, size usually equals strength, and it does matter. But we're living a much different age and time now than when I first started going to bars and shit back in the day. It's a different time now. You look at guys' ears now. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like it used to be. It used to be if you were a big dude and the dude was little, you usually were going to win. There's a lot of dudes now that are little that can kick a big dude's ass. I mean, that's just the truth of it. So, do I have a puncher's chance against Frankie? Yeah, but probably 10 times out of 10, his gas is so good, his technique is so good, he does it for a living, he's a fighter. 10 times out of 10, Frankie's going to win because he's just going to wear me out.
We're all the same size on our back, bro.
Exactly. And I've actually rolled with the dude before, never like full speed or full contact or anything, but he just wears you out. My gas tank, I got a minute of gas, and that's it. And then he's still all over you. So Frankie,
See how we go out at night too.
Frankie, yeah. All right, enough shit talking out of you. I just gave you credit. Said you would smoke me, and I'm 250 pounds.
Listen,
He's about a buck.
it'll never
what,
happen.
buck
So don't worry
50
about it.
now?
It'll never happen. It'll never happen. Come on.
All right, this one's from Will Kearney. Frankie, how do you keep your mental, physical, and spiritual so solid for so many years, my man. You're always on point. A rare breed.
Thank you. I mean, I don't know. I just go about. I do my shit how I do. You know, I'm a pretty driven person. I still have goals, and I do things one way, like one speed. Everyone's like, oh, why is the guy, always in good shape, always prepared? I don't do anything extra crazy or crazy hard workouts. What I do hard as fuck, and I make sure I'm pretty consistent at it. And just waking up every day doing the same thing, it becomes a routine, and I don't know anything else right now, really. So that's it. And having good people around me, I think that's another thing. That's one of the most important things. I've really had the same crew around me since day one, and they're 100% in it for the right reasons, and they got my back, and I definitely lean back on them and stuff, and it's good to have the support system like that.
This one's from Old Man River. Does your UPS guy smell like beef and cheese?
I think I have like 17 UPS guys in this fucking house with my wife.
I got the same UPS guy every week. I love him to death. Follow him on Instagram. He DJs on the side, invites me to parties at his house.
Was he talking to me or was he talking to Roger?
My DJ,
maybe
my UPS guy's awesome.
Maybe your guy's the beef and cheese guy.
Maybe.
Slim Jims. He's got Slim Jims in his pocket.
All right. This one's from Richie. What's your favorite holiday tradition or holiday movie to watch with the family?
Ooh. I mean, I think the Elf is great. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'll watch it. Like sometimes you watch them like the movies that are too much for the kids. Man, I'm not down with that.
Some of the
I sound evil, but I want to watch something I enjoy, and I think Elf's perfect.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with
Christmas Story's great too.
Home Alone. You can't go wrong.
Oh, and Home Alone. Yeah, dude, we watched
that,
that the other day. You're right. Home Alone might take the cake.
Yeah.
That might take the cake. Yeah.
1 or 2.
2 I think might be more fun because it's New York and we all kind of live by New York and grew up doing stuff like that. But I mean, 1 is a classic.
This one's from Ali G25. Would you take the $50 million to fight Jake Paul if he called you out?
The question is, does he really have $50 million?
Or
a rematch to one of the opponents that you lost to?
Yeah, I like money right now at this point. I'm down with 50 mil. Damn, who wouldn't be? Come on. But I mean, hey, dude, did we talk about that? I don't think we really talked about
Frankie
that.
Perez trying to get that fight.
I know.
I love Frankie. I hope he does, but
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
No, but that dude's he's a marketing genius.
He really is, man.
I mean, I don't know if it's a genius, but he don't give a fuck.
Can you hate on either one of them though? I mean, they're both small town kids. Came from little town in the middle, and they're both of them.
Did you see what he did? You see what he did? Like he called out Conor, and then he said some shit about Conor's wife and all that stuff.
I heard that. Yeah,
that's pretty
she's
fucking.
A 4, right?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Your wife's a 4. You can do better.
Right. Like it's pretty grimy.
Yep.
But Conor was also he's that guy himself.
Yeah.
So I guess that's fair game. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And then he followed fucking just only her. Right, but then he came out there, Dylan Dennis.
Yeah.
Right, with
That had to be a setup though. Like how would he know where Dylan Dennis is doing an interview in the street and just happen to be there in the back of a truck? It was a setup. Had to be a setup. But I don't blame him. They're plugging a fight. They're trying to get hype behind it. I'm not hating on it, but come on. There's no way that the stars aligned that day perfectly so he was happened to be driving by and saw Brendan Schaub and Dylan Dennis doing an interview and was like, oh, let's go grab some toilet paper. It was camera angles were perfectly set up.
Who would win in a fight?
Who would win in a fight? Well, if
Jake
it's an
Paul
MMA fight or boxing?
Boxing.
Jake Paul's got a shot at boxing. He's got no shot in MMA.
Yeah, I agree.
He's got a shot.
I agree. You see
Jake
Paul versus AJ Arjazam?
Oh, no.
That's some kid I trained with this kid before. He
that was his first fight, right?
No. This was a MMA fight in a UFC gym.
Okay.
And I think I don't know if they were throwing punches, but AJ, he's a really good jiu-jitsu guy, could wrestle really well. He has a couple fights, in Bellator. He beat the fuck out of him quick as fuck.
Really?
And dude, Jake's 190 pounds. This guy's my size.
Is that the dude that has crazy beef with Jake?
Shields?
Jake Shields?
Yeah.
Yes, I know who
Not
he
crazy beef. I think they settled it, but
they were like smacking the shit out of each other at
because
some
AJ
BJJ.
hangs out with fucking the Diaz brothers, so
Yeah.
can't be too bad.
All right. Next one. Is it Taylor ham or pork roll? Is there such thing as Central Jersey? And what's your favorite pizza place?
I'm a pork roll guy just because we are stationed. But
Same.
if I have to say Taylor ham to order that motherfucker, I will. You know what I mean? And Central Jersey, I guess there is. I call it where we're from the shore. I don't know. That's just the way I called it. You know, I feel like growing up, I guess my parents, that's why we moved here. They probably came down here, and then that's why they picked to move here.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I definitely.
And then what was it? Oh, favorite pizza. My favorite pizza, no, and it's not just because it's Mark Henry, and he's my box coach. His pizza is probably my favorite. And that's in Woodbridge, New Jersey. Tom's River. I mean, I support a lot of places. Linda's. Oh, Brooklyn Square is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Naples is a classic.
Naples right around the corner from my house.
Yeah.
I'm with you on the pork rolling and cheese. That's how I always order around here. You got to remember, I'm not from here, so I always call this Central Jersey just by the exits on the Parkway. We're kind of in the middle,
right?
So everybody
makes sense.
Everybody figures out where they live in Jersey.
People
based
take that
on,
shit like personal.
Yeah, they do.
It's
If
kinda
you say the
crazy.
wrong exit, people get pissed. So
Oh no, I'm saying like the whole Central or is
They
it
do.
this
I don't
or is
get
it
it.
that. I'm like, I don't know, whatever.
pizza.
You guys do agree there is a Central Jersey though.
I've always said Central Jersey. He said the Shore, which is my go-to. I always say, if people say, where are you from? I say Jersey Shore. But if people are asking me like directions, I'm like, oh, I'm Central.
What's your favorite pizza?
Well, Naples right around the corner from my house, so I order from there a lot. But Nino's, I like Nino's. I love Nino's. I love
that's good
Anthony.
too. Coal
You know why I
fire-
love Nino's so
coal fire
much?
pizza.
Anthony and I are pretty tight. I love Anthony owner, but every time I take my kids there, he lets my kids go behind the kitchen and make their own
that's
pizza
cool.
and make their
That's
own
cool.
dessert. He's
Yeah.
just so good to my kids, and they don't do it just for my kids. They do it for all kinds of kids.
Right.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
no, that's cool.
Yep.
This one's from our friends at the Island podcast. So I know Frankie Edgar has beat up over 100 people, but has Roger Matthews banged over 100 checks?
Oh shit!
I ain't answering that question. Honestly, I don't know the number. Do you know the number? Well, you've been wifed up forever. You probably do. I wouldn't know the number, but I ain't answering that question. No fucking way.
Okay. Let's just play. Let's play. How can we do this game? Okay. If there's an around and about, all right.
No way.
Now, listen,
I'm not
listen.
playing this game.
No,
No way. No way. Because I don't know what the number is.
Dude.
I don't know what the number is. And if I answered it and it was like a high number, people people are going to think one thing, and then if I answer it and it's like 5, people are going to be like, well, this guy's a loser. So I'm not answering it at all. Not answering that. I think I know. I'll tell you off the air. I think I got a roundabout.
Okay.
Okay, so let's take some questions from your page now, Roger. When Corona is over, any plans on a meet and greet?
Yeah, that'd be dope. I'd be down.
So we've been in talks with a couple couple local spots to do just that. Do like a mobile podcast. Unfortunately, because of capacities and restaurants are, only at 25% capacity, it's a little tough to do. You really have to get into a bigger venue where they can seat.
but did you hear what he just said? You hear the question? Listening skills.
Yeah, would we do a meet and greet? I'm trying to say
No.
we had a couple on the agenda already.
He said, if COVID is all good and everything's normal, what'd you do on it?
I'm telling you, we're almost set to do it right now during COVID.
This guy said, "Fuck COVID."
Fucking.
All right,
We were almost set to go January 3rd. I
Listen,
think.
almost don't count except horseshoes and hand
He's
grenades.
saying after COVID, we can do that shit now.
No, I think actually I want to wait. I was saying I think about
Yeah,
it.
well, now because you got a fight coming up, maybe.
yeah.
But
Corona vaccine, yes or no?
for me,
Yeah.
fuck no.
Yeah,
Fuck no.
I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass for that. For me, at least. I mean, listen, I don't have any problem with anybody else getting it. I hope everybody gets it,
Shit, man.
but I don't want to get it.
99% survival rate. I'm worried about a thing. And I'm not saying that people don't get it. And I'm not saying I know people. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying for me personally, I make my own choices. The government ain't telling me what to do. I'm not getting it.
Best post-fight party Frankie has ever been to?
Best post-fight party. I mean,
I still get that picture.
like
from that one
honestly,
we
but
went
you
to.
fucking what I do, I go back to my hotel room and I order hamburgers and beer and I chill with my team. We get some fucking little party favors, like of pass some, some L's around and stuff.
What
and
was
have
the
some
one
fun.
we were in Vegas dressed up as pimps? Was that after one of your fights?
No, that was
No.
that was the Halloween party. We were just
Oh,
out
okay.
there. I think I did an appearance and you happened to be out there and we linked up.
We linked. Okay.
Yeah. But I did go to a UFC party once and the guy Madonna was
Guy
married to was
Ritchie?
DJing. No, it wasn't Guy Ritchie. The person she I guess was with after Guy Ritchie was DJing the party. It's really not that great, I guess.
I went to an after party. Fuck, I'm so bad with names. I don't even remember what club, but it was in Vegas, and a couple of the ring girls were sitting. I went with Chris, actually, our money guy, and they were sitting at the table we were at. But I just said hello. That was it. But I was at the same table. I don't know. I felt like I was cool. Felt cool for a minute.
All right, Frankie, back to you. Are you out for revenge on Ben Henderson?
Nah. I mean, he's in Bellator. He was fighting at 170. I'm all the way down to 35.
I just watched that fight last night.
Yeah, I mean, they were great fights, man. They were good fights. What are you gonna do? It's just part of my career. I'm not, if we met down the road like a couple years back when he was still in it, yeah, of course I would love that opportunity. But yeah, I'm really not dwelling on it too much.
Watching that fight back, the second one I think I watched, where you just see the highlights, like it's just like 4 minutes of a highlight reel. I thought you eked it out when I watched the whole thing, but watching just the highlight reel, I really feel like you threw so many leg kicks in that.
Yeah.
In that fight, more leg kicks than I've ever seen you throw.
Yeah, I definitely did. You're right.
Because he was chopping you down, and then you started chopping back at him. Yeah, I don't know. I wish the judges had seen it the same.
Yeah, that was the one in the second one. Yeah, I thought I was all over him with that one.
The scoring was so crazy on that fight too. Do you remember it? The second fight, the first judge ruled it for you. I think it was.
Yeah, I don't remember. 48 something.
48, 40, 49, 46 maybe. It was a big gap for you, and then he eked out the next two by 1 point. The next two judges.
Yeah. That's the way it goes.
So this week you announced you have another fight coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm excited to get in there. This dude's ranked ahead of me, and I think this, a win over him is going to get me a title shot, and that's always the goal. I'm going to be my 14th year in the game, and I'm still chomping at the bit and always knocking on the door at a title shot. So hey, I'm down with it.
It's got to be a little. Is it? I would think. I don't know. Does it put any more fire in your tank to get this job done because he beat Morales? He's going to win over Marlon?
Yeah, you can't look at it like that stuff, This ain't no fucking movie, The honor of my brother, you know what I'm saying?
Just like get one back for your team sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm sure he wants to beat me because he's like, he's a teammate. They kind of, maybe similar styles, something like that. But
you say you can't look at it like that, but you look at a lot of things like that. You won't fight certain guys because of who they are.
No, you're right, bro. I'm joking. You're
Stop
right.
fucking
You're
joking.
right.
I'm going to slap you.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. This guy's so violent.
I know.
All right, this question's for the both of you. First thing you do on the job if you were the president?
Ooh.
I would be like, hey, tell me about the aliens. I want to know about the aliens.
To
And
who? Who are you saying that to?
To the people that really know.
That'd be the first
Yeah,
thing
I'm going
you
to tell. They're not, listen, there's someone that knows shit that the president doesn't know. Because there's a new president every fucking 4 years. So there's someone that knows all the knowledge. Come on.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
Exists, man.
No.
I don't know if
he knows who killed JFK. He knows who killed MLK.
Obama made a statement once, something like, even
didn't JFK make a statement that he's gonna release, like he's gonna say a bunch of shit, and supposedly that's one of the.
I thought Obama said something to the effect of there are some things that even presidents don't know, or something.
Yeah, exactly. And that guy knows. That guy, you know what I'm saying? Whoever that guy is, he knows.
JFK said the CIA he was
gonna dismantle it. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened to him?
Okay, Mr. President, what would you do?
I would put things in place to strengthen our Second Amendment and make reciprocity laws across the nation so that you don't have to have that all if you're legal to carry a firearm here, legal to carry a firearm in all states. Shouldn't be state to state. Should
make it a federal
states
thing.
Should recognize other states. If you've gone through the legwork, here to go through all the background checks everywhere else, like because I can't leave this state with. If I want to go to Florida where I can carry, I can't leave the state to go to.
I got a question. Like, say you move to Texas.
Right.
What do you do with your guns?
You're supposed to notify the police department here and there.
Okay. But how do you get them there?
You can transport them, but you notify your PD and that PD, and then as soon as you get there, you have to transport. You
could drive with them if you drive them.
You have to transport them safely. They have to be everything has to have a lock on it.
Right.
Ammo can't be kept with the gun. But as soon as you get to where you're going, you have a certain amount of time. I don't know what it is, but you have to apply for your permits there, your firearms ID. And I would get rid of that. I feel like if the federal government is the one doing the background check on you, you know what I mean? It's done. Actually, it's done by the state police, I guess. The state police runs your NICS on you. But I think they're linked into a federal database.
I think it's fed for when you buy it.
Right, your NICS, yeah. So I would just make it reciprocal across the board for all states.
I'd make bathrooms just multi-gendered.
Yeah, of course, of course. That was Obama did that. Did Trump undid that? Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, Trump undo that. I think he did. I don't know.
Dream job, both of you.
Dream job. I'm kind of doing it. Kind of do it.
Yeah.
Kind of do it. I mean, somewhat. But I'm doing my dream job.
Jeez, man, put me on the spot. Dream job. I don't know, man. Probably like guiding or something. I like to be like a guide, like fucking not
like a guy, like
seeing eye dog guide, like guide people, hold somebody's hand.
Jesse has a guide,
like a hunting guide, or yeah. Why is that funny?
A hunting guide.
Because I don't feel like you're working. You know what I mean? That doesn't feel like work.
You're in the woods. You like to be in the woods?
You're on a big 2,000-acre farm. Someone flies in, pays you $2,500 to take them out and shoot them a fucking caribou. I mean, that sounds like a dream job to me. You know?
You don't even hunt. You don't even hunt. He doesn't even hunt. He wants to be a guide. His dream job is to be a guide.
I hunted until I moved to New Jersey.
Which is 70 years ago.
You can kill a deer in New Jersey with bubble gum and a slingshot. So that's why I don't hunt down here. I do still hunt. I just go to Maine, but I haven't been in years. Last time I went hunting up, though, I shot a buck. So fuck you.
A buck?
A buck, yeah.
How many points?
7. It was it had a mongoloid rack on one side.
Why?
It wasn't
so
even.
Supposed to be even? Are they supposed to be?
They call it a non-typical rack. It was a non-typical
like a unicorn?
Rack. No, it had.
Was it several corn?
Had 3 on one side and 4 on the other. So.
Do we have any questions coming in on the live feed on your end?
Oh, probably. I don't know. You want to grab it, or you want me to read it? It's gonna be hard because it's sideways.
Well, now if you turn it over.
I know. Now I can read it. I got a hello. Can Frankie say hello?
Hello. I can say hello. I could say hello in fucking how many different languages?
Say it.
No, thank you.
Say
Thank you. Thank you. No, I'm not gonna share.
Putting you on the spot, bud.
Name the language and see if I can say it.
Can you say it in Spanish?
Gracias.
Can you say it in Russian?
Spasiba.
Frankie's cell treatment. Oh, people want to know about how your bio accelerator.
I'm training hard as hell now that I'm fighting, so my body's always a little banged up, and I'm still here. I'm still being able to do it. So I guess we're improving slowly, but it's coming around. Coming around the mountain when she comes.
Girl from my gym said hi, Roger. Hey, Sarah, how are you?
She said, did you text? Roger just texted her, thanks for the spot.
How about Japanese? Can you say hello in Japanese, or goodbye in Japanese? What's konnichiwa? What's that?
Arigato.
Arigato.
That's thank you.
Dore ragato, Mr. Roboto.
Arigato.
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 Let's see. Got any questions coming in? All right. I don't know, Frankie. Why don't you just rant about Sandhagen? You said you were going to give us some good information. You weren't going to give your cliche answer, which you guys want me to do it again?
I'm going to do it again? I'm gonna
foot on the gas.
No, I'm going to finally use my range and my length.
Against a guy taller and longer than you?
Yeah, yes. Listen. I'm going to use my range and my length to my advantage. And my footwork to my advantage.
You always use your footwork to your advantage.
You know, and... I'm going to go out there and you see that Nate Diaz did that? I'm going to do some ninja shit and fucking partied up in the room with some hamburgers afterwards. How's that? I'm not telling anybody what I'm doing.
Can I offer advice and you tell me to fuck off?
Yeah, let me hear some
I think you got to pick him up and plant him on his head. He's too long, too rangy. Not that I don't think that you're, a marksman with your technique, but he's long and rangy, and I don't know how well he does when he's on his head. I think you need to dump him on his head and pull a Cub Swanson on him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got crafty jiu-jitsu, so that's definitely part, of things I always do. I always look for takedowns. But he's got good jiu-jitsu too, so I can't, be silly about it,
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I don't give the secret sauce away.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
But yeah, no, honestly, man, you can go into a fight there, you're doing this, and that. But the guy can defend takedowns. The guy's got good jiu-jitsu. The guy's, does this well, does that well. So I'm gonna go out there and I know I can fight and compete with anybody in the world, no matter where it ends up, on the ground, standing up, on my back. I know I can compete with anybody. So wherever it may take us, that's where we'll go.
So a lot of good feedback. A lot of people saying we should go live. Some girl just asked me to help her with her marketing. If I could market her product.
Her marketing,
on
shit.
my page. Some guy just called me Matt. Said, Matt, happy holidays. Good to see you. I think it's talking to me. My dad is your UPS guy, Sal. Yeah, I love Sal. Love Sal. I do.
Sally Slim Jims.
Send me a friend
Right?
request,
Sally
please.
Slim
Not so
Jims.
many questions coming in. All right, so I will hit you off with some questions.
Wait,
What
can
is-
I ask you some
You
questions?
can ask me whatever you want, buddy. I'm an open book.
The truck that you drive.
Okay.
All right, it's like stick,
No,
right?
almost everything's going to automatic.
Automatic?
Now. I drove a stick for years and years and years.
What?
Used to drive
You're not a truck driver.
I used to drive an Allison 10-speed tanker, 9,200 gallon tanker. I did that for 12 years. I've been with.
So
the
you don't
company
even
for 20
shift
years.
gears?
No. Well, I mean, there's trucks there that you can. I don't take them because I don't want to drive them anymore.
Really? Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's
just
much
stick shift.
much better. Much
Just
easier.
in local traffic, you're always shifting.
yeah,
When I was over the road and I was going to all the refineries and loading, I mean, most of those trucks, actually, even those now are starting to go automatic. But that was an Allison 10-speed, like I said, and I guess I preferred it back then. I don't now, especially around town, because there was a lot of interstate driving.
Yeah.
So yeah. All
All
right.
right.
So now my question for you. You're known for your gas tank. You're known for having incredible cardio. What name the fight that you were the most fatigued in? What fight?
Probably my very first Tyson Griffin, the very first UFC fight. I took it on 4 weeks notice, and I had the worst sinus infection for 2 weeks. So I kind of trained for like 2 fucking weeks.
Really?
And it was a high ass pace. It was fight of the night. And I remember I was
the
dying.
fight that put you on the map.
Yeah, I was like, I just toughed it out. I was dying, and I remember walking back to the room after the fight, and there was like a cart with empty dishes, and I threw up. I threw up all in it, and I thought I had a concussion because when you throw up when you get concussions, but it was because I was so fucking tired. I was so fatigued that I fucking threw up from being tired. Which I think twice in my life I threw up from being tired.
No shit. You had a deep ass knee bar leg lock on you, right? In that fight, how was it? I mean, watching it looked like it was painful. It looked like it hurt. How much danger were you in when you had it? Because he had it
my
for a
knee
while.
Popped. My knee popped.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, my knee popped. I was limping around for a couple weeks after that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Just refused to tap first fight. Wanted to make a good showing.
Yeah, I just knew.
I think the bell rang, right?
Yeah, I knew it was short time. I was like, fuck that, bro. I just, I'm like, I'll let it pop. I was jumping in and out of a trench on Monday, So.
Oh yeah, you were right back to your regular job.
Yeah.
That's when Frankie was a plumber back then, folks.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see.
That's why a lot of these soft ass dudes now have no fucking idea.
Roger, you're an amazing father. Frankie's a piece of shit. No, I'm kidding. No, thank you, love. It doesn't say you're a piece of shit. You're a great dad. From one dad to another. What does Frankie do to prepare for a fight? Well, I think you kind of answered that. What are your thoughts about coming back from a TKO loss, KO loss? This is obviously for you, seems like Marlon Moraes came back a little too soon. What do you think?
It depends, man. I know when I had my first TKO against Brian Ortega, I literally fought, I think, 5 weeks after, and a lot of people were telling me, don't do that. They have the percentages, only like 25% of people win or some shit. And I even had to go and get a brain scan because the commission in New Jersey that was allowing the fight, you had to make sure I had to get a brain scan to make sure I was okay. And I got the scan. I had no white brain matter, which is a good thing. I guess people that box, that's not necessarily going to stop you from boxing, but people that box and fight, they have white brain matter. I really didn't have any, so that's a good sign. I don't think I had any matter maybe at all, but but so yeah, so I think I was okay. Obviously I came back, I fought Cub, and it was pretty much a stand-up fight. I took some shots. I was okay. It depends on the type of person you are and how rocked you were and the condition you're in and how you prepare for the next one. I think it's case by case. Only the fighter itself can really determine that.
I saw somebody just posted, Roger, what makes you nervous?
The comment section. The comment section right now. That's what makes it nervous.
It's what used to make me nervous. I had to cross that hurdle. I suffer from like horrible anxiety anyway. So I don't know. Just anytime I'm the center of attention, I guess, or the focus, I get nervous. But I like to overcome my fears. I mean, that definitely. Just suffering from anxiety. I used to get prescribed medicine for it. I refuse to take it. I don't want to be, part of the whole big pharma thing. I didn't really notice it did much anything anyway.
So it makes you not cry, right?
Yeah.
Emotional?
No, actually, when you come off that shit,
That's
you
what I'm
cry.
saying.
You cry at everything.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story about that, bro. I think I told. Did I tell this on the air? I did tell it.
believe,
Yeah. Coming back from North Carolina,
Yeah.
I literally cried almost the whole ride home. I was recently dating Danielle, and she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" But I came off all my shit cold turkey after being on it for like 4 months. When I was going through my depression phase, and I was like, "This shit isn't helping." I just came off it, and I went. In my defense, I went down and visited my best friend's grave, and then I visited a 18-year-old girl who was. Terminal. She had terminal cancer, and it was a little overwhelming. So the ride back, Danielle drove most of the way, and I cried most of the way. And I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, normally I'm not.
Welcome to the Jungle comes on. He's like, oh my god.
So yeah, I get like horrible anxiety from. I mean, I remember even the first show we did down here. Or the first time I introduced a guest, I was like fucking nervous. You know what I mean? I just have that nervous energy.
Isn't that normal?
Yeah, you don't seem to get too nervous, but
I do. I just gotta let it fly.
I like overcoming those obstacles. I don't like putting, I don't like letting them be barriers. I like to overcome them without medication, without shit. So a lot of things make me nervous in that regard. Heights is the other thing.
So I was just about to ask
Fucking
you, are you scared
heights,
of
bro.
heights?
Fucking hate
Bad,
heights.
really?
Hate. You know what it is? It's weird. I've been skydiving a number of times. I think 2 or 3 times. The first jump Jesse ever went on, and Jesse's got like 500 jumps now. I went with him. It was my second jump. It is nervous. I'm not going to say I'm not nervous, but there's just something, like there's a safety factor in it. I got a professional strapped to me. I have a parachute. But if you told me to go to a skyscraper or even just like maybe even a 4 or 5 story building and walk to the edge of it and look over the edge, fuck you. Fuck you.
I remember
no fucking way. I don't even like going up to the window.
Yeah, dude.
And I try to
I'm
act
not bad.
tough. Like I was in South Korea. And did you go to the big towers, the big shopping towers? I forget what they're called over there. But, it's like the 100th floor. They have that glass thing. You walk out. It actually is like the skywalk. It takes you out over like the city. Dude, I did it because I didn't want to look like a bitch. But I was so nervous, man.
Dude, I used to, when I used to work as a plumber, you had to go up and down a 12-foot fucking ladder. You're working over your head. Mm-hmm. In the morning, I'd be so fucking nervous. I go to lunch, I'd have fucking 2 beers. I come back, I'd be up and down that fucking ladder like nothing. It's crazy, bro. It gives you courage. Liquid courage.
My UPS guy and his kids are on here now. Sal's on here. My UPS guy's better than yours.
I think so. He might be my guy, too.
Sal?
No.
Anyway.
I'm bad with names.
All right, we got some questions. Roger, you were very well spoken. That means a lot because I second guess myself all the time. It's funny. I don't watch these podcasts back a lot.
Hey, but go back. Actually, thinking about what you were talking about, how you get nervous and stuff like that. Haven't you heard the saying, like, if it doesn't scare you, if your goal doesn't or your dream doesn't scare you, it's not big enough.
I agree with that.
I like doing things that I'm fucking like makes me shook a little bit. You know.
But this kind of reminds me because somebody just said you're very well spoken, and I don't think that I am. I admit all the time I'm a complete idiot, but I will listen to these back sometimes and even watch them back sometimes on YouTube, and I think I sound better than I thought I did at the time. And you said that the other day. You said when I spar, sometimes I'll leave and I'll be like, fuck, man, I felt like I was flat today. I was sluggish. I look like shit. And you say you watch the video back.
Yeah.
You're like, I look pretty good today. Yeah. So I think being a harsh critic of yourself is a good thing.
It's good, yeah.
It's a good thing. You know what I mean?
You don't want to be like, I'm the fucking man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Roger, what are your thoughts of Juicy Lucy in Staten Island? It's a restaurant. My buddy was actually involved in opening that. I went there a bunch, took my kids there a bunch. I really liked it. I mean, my buddy Andrew was part of the opening there. He ran it for a while. Andrew was always so good to me and my kids. Took them in. They got the milkshake thing up on the top floor. Let my kids make their own, crazy like milkshakes. You pick out, there's like glass jars full of all kinds of different candies you can put in there. They had the cornhole pits outside. It's just a great spot. The outdoor is cool for watching, football or whatever. It was cool. Unfortunately, people like that are who my heart breaks for right now. Small business. I mean, those people have to be struggling so bad, because they're not Walmart, they're not Target, and they're not, they're 25% capacity. Breaks my heart for those guys. But yeah, I love Juicy Lucy. Shout out to Juicy Lucy.
Juicy Lucy, baby.
Roger, I thought you were a fitter for some reason, meaning a pipe fitter. No.
Frankie
was closer.
He's not talking about that kind of
It's
fitter.
a girl, you dick.
She's not talking about that.
You're a driver. Yeah, well, I sort of did a little bit of both back in the day for my dad. I have a journeyman oil burner license, meaning I work on boilers and stuff in Maine.
Wait, you work on boilers, really?
I had it in Maine. I went to school for it.
Do you know how to do it?
Got my license. Well, I mean,
You
I haven't.
used to.
I haven't done it in many years.
That's
The burners have changed a lot.
But like a boiler, like a house boiler,
like your furnace.
Yeah,
your boiler,
right.
your hot water heater or whatever.
Yeah.
You have to be licensed in Maine. When I
Yeah.
moved here, you
No,
didn't have to be, but now you do.
yeah,
now there's
for
like
sure
a
you
Blue
do.
Seal certificate or something. When
No,
I moved here, you didn't have
you
to
gotta
be
have a plumbing
licensed.
license.
No, that's different. Plumbing is different
Than the
working.
boiler?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's like a Blue Seal license. I think it's called now.
Okay.
Which most people that I work with were grandfathered in because they had so many hours and stuff. But where I come from in Maine, you had to go to school and get a license and drove to Augusta and took a state board test, and I still keep it up. My dad told me a long time ago, if you ever get a license for anything, never let it pass, never let it. So I still every 2 years I think I renew it, and I haven't used it in 20 years, so I'll probably never use it. But do you have Toys for Tots up there? Yep. Actually, my buddy just did a run the other day. Well, I had the kid, so I couldn't go. Will we ever see Frankie versus... Everybody wants us to fight, bro. Will we ever see Frankie versus Roger fight like Tyson? What does that mean? Like Tyson. Oh, Tyson versus Roy. That must be what they're saying. Because we're old, I guess? I don't know. It says, will we ever see Frankie versus Roger fight like Tyson? It just says like Tyson. So I'm assuming they're talking about the Tyson-Roy fight.
Fight like Tyson. I'm talking about
Small businesses are getting bent over while millionaires are becoming billionaires. I could not agree with that statement anymore. Garden State 76. We express our views about that all the time down here. It is unbelievably sad. We didn't really want to get into politics.
Roger couldn't wait for it though.
No.
He couldn't wait.
It was a question.
He
Dick.
couldn't
It was a
fucking
comment.
wait.
It was a
He
comment.
couldn't wait.
It was a comment, you douche. Do you watch the Jersey Show now? The answer to that, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody, is no. I don't.
He DVRs it.
No, I don't. I have not seen 1 second of one episode since the new season has started. I do get people that like fucking tell me shit. Like I'll get a text like after it airs or whatever, be like, yo, they fucking shit all over you on last night's episode. But no, I don't, and it's no disrespect.
You don't even
want to
hear that, right? You're like, dude, don't even text me that shit.
I don't. I get a lot of texts from a lot of people that keep tabs on certain shit, and I'm just like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I live a much different life now. I don't want to know. So, not friend, hometown near Littleton, Maine. I'm not exactly sure where Littleton is, but I'm from a tiny little town called
He's
Cherryfield.
from Tinyton. No.
Tinyton, yeah. That's what my girl says. Little town called Cherryfield near Bar Harbor. I tell most people I'm from Bar Harbor just because it's an easier conversation.
Bar Harbor's a pretty
explaining.
popular place, right?
Very popular place to go. Acadia National Park. The Rockefellers actually owned that island. Bar Harbor's an island. It's an island chain. Mm-hmm. And the Rockefellers owned it back, I guess, I don't know, in the early 1900s. And they built, Rockefellers were the richest family in America for a long time. Yeah. And they built all kinds of carriage trails all throughout it because they were big into, horses. So they built these carriage trails for, take walks and these bridges are beautiful, man. They're all built out of just like stone. They're gorgeous if you ever go up there. It's amazing how they held up. There's nothing under. They're like archways. You know what I mean? But anyway, tons of hiking up there. It's beautiful. So I tell people I'm from Bar Harbor just because they've heard of it. But
aren't the Rockefellers?
They donated it to the state of Maine. All that land. Roger, being a 9-to-5 man, what are some of the jobs you've worked? Any crazy stories? Well, keep in mind, I've been at the same job here, my union job, for 22 and a half years. So I don't really have any crazy stories with that.
Did you work on a ship in Alaska?
Yeah, I worked.
That's pretty crazy.
Well, right out of high school, right? So I took, when I went to high school, you could take the easy classes or the hard classes. If you want to go to college, you had to take the hard classes. I took the hard classes and never went to college. I don't know why. I should have just taken the easy classes. I didn't do great. I barely passed, but I made it through high school. And then when I graduated, I was working for my dad already. My dad owns an oil business in Maine, so I was working for him already. And he's like, come on, man, what are you going to do with your life? You got to do something. You're going to go to college? What are you going to do? I didn't really know. So my dad had a buddy that owned a fleet of fishing boats. They're based out of Seattle, Washington, but they fished out of Alaska. It was called Supreme Alaska Seafood. If anybody wants to Google this shit, it's true. So he's like, do you have any interest in doing that? And I was like, do they make good money? You know, he's like, yeah, they make great money. He was friends with this guy named Jim Salisbury who owned the company. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Well, about that time, my parents were splitting. I was spending an incredible amount of time at my girlfriend's house because she had a great, great family. What's up, Francis? Love you guys. So anyway, and next thing I knew, the date to ship out was here. It was like January. It was like the second week of January, and this was in, 1998, I think. 98. I think I graduated in 96. So it would have been the January or February of 98. So shipped out, flew to Seattle, Washington. We loaded the boat for about a week, and then we went up through the inside passage, and then we went to Dutch Harbor, and you just anchor at Dutch Harbor, and you wait till the fishing season like officially opens, and then the boats just go. And I was on a big processor. I wasn't on like a cool boat. So we had these cool boats where the guys see all the action. They actually catch the fish. We did haulbacks off their boat, so we just grabbed their net, pulled it up on our boat, and processed it. It wasn't a glamorous job at all. But I was out there for, I think it was 42 days we were at sea, because you offload. When your boat fills up, you offload onto a Japanese tramper boat, and it takes the product. We made a product called surimi. It's like the first fish that we caught was pollock, and it was roe season, so you harvest the roe, the fish eggs, and that's like a delicacy over there. So, and we'd offload right at sea, like 24-hour turnaround from offloading that tramper boat would head to Japan, and we go right back to fishing. So anyway, I think it was 42 days my first season, and this is in 1998. I was 18 years old. I think I came home, if I remember the number right, it was around $15,000 I made in a little over a month.
Damn.
For 98, that wasn't bad, bro.
That's
it wasn't bad.
Great money, yeah.
And I went back.
But I mean, okay, you're on the boat 42 days. Where are you sleeping?
You sleep in a little tiny room, smaller than this room, with 8 people in it.
Like a bed, like bunks?
Bunks beds, yeah. Bunk bed on every
wall. Is the bed fucking the whole?
Well, I remember this. Like it was yesterday, man. One night, and I don't get seasick. Never been seasick in my life. And you're on a big boat, so most people don't get seasick. But I saw some people that were, a little queasy or whatever. This one night, you worked like a 16-and-a-half-hour shift, right? Because the half hour was for the lunch in the middle, so it was like 2 8s back to back. And then the rest of the time, you got to sleep, shower, eat, whatever you needed to do. You got a half-hour break in the middle of an 8-hour shift. So you were just fucking exhausted because you were cold, you were wet, you were just exhausted. Most people didn't even shower, bro. Like fucking, they just went to bed. You know what I mean? And like you just zonked out, and you just dreaded hearing your alarm go off, or the boat alarm going off, or whatever to wake you up. But I remember this one night, I was sound asleep, man. I was in my bunk room with 7 other dudes, and I'm sound asleep. And the boat, we went into this huge storm, man. Actually, there was a boat. I think it was called, it was a catcher boat. So we did haulbacks off the catcher boats. I think it was called the Pacific Star, if I remember right. And it sank in that storm. The boats, everybody lived, they whatever, the Air Force, the Coast Guard saved everybody. But one of our catcher boats was only about a 120-foot boat. I was on one that was, I think my boat was like 290 or 300. It was, it was a big processor boat. So anyway, I'm sleeping, dead asleep, and I rolled out of bed because this fucking 300-foot boat rocked so hard one day. I actually rolled out onto the floor. Everybody was up. Everybody woke up. And I remember I went into the hallway, and there was a couple points, where for a brief second I could have stood on the wall. That boat rolled so hard, you literally could have stood on the wall for like a second. Everybody was puking.
Fuck that,
you can't fish, obviously.
Hell
so
no.
We just ducked behind an island and tried to get a little cover, and you just kind of waited that one out. So that was, it was about a 24-hour storm or something like that, where it was just brutal weather. But that's probably the most interesting job I ever had in my life. Sorry for that.
But this guy's good at telling stories, right? The little details. Oh, hey, Pierces. There's John Salisbury. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, holy shit. Remembers everything, this guy.
I feel like that's where the realism comes from. How could I make that up? You know what I
mean?
It
was great story. I don't think I could. I don't have those fucking recollections.
I remember, this kind of plays into the trip before mine. There was about 4 trips a year. The pollock one was the big money one because you got the fish roe. That was like when the fish were pregnant, and there was extra money. And then there was a hake season, which I did. I did another season. I flew back out there, and I fished off the coast of like the Oregon River for hake. It was about half the money. That's why I didn't do anymore. I think I came home with like $8,000, $9,000 on that one. A little less time, but it wasn't as good of money. But we had a quick ammonia freezer to freeze our product. It froze everything in like 10 minutes. It was frozen.
Really?
And then it goes down into the
How? Like a
deep freeze.
machine?
It's an ammonia freezer. It's a super cold. You put it in, you compress it, and then you shut the door, and it just freezes it super fast.
Damn.
We made a product, like I said, called surimi. I worked in an area called Silent Cutter where I mixed sugar and TP and stuff with this like
TP like toilet paper?
No, it was some additive, I guess, a preservative or whatever. But the product we made looked like mashed potatoes. That's what it looked like. It was
Really?
like finely minced
but
fish.
it was okay.
Yeah, it was fish, like chopped up
like
really
filler.
fine.
It was for filler or something.
They make like the crab legs crap out of it. You know what I mean? That you
yeah,
see in the
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
But this all went right to
Poly,
Japan.
yes, okay,
Yeah, this all went straight to Japan. But they make fish-like products out of it
Gaia.
because it is a fish, but it's just a highly chopped up minced fish that is immediately frozen. From the time it comes on the boat, it's in a freezer in an hour maybe, if that. Yeah, it's frozen.
So that's good, I guess, right?
So anyway,
fresh.
There was a big freezer down on the bottom, as deep as you could go in the ship. And guys were most of the guys that worked on the boat, and girls. I think we had about 10 girls on there.
Dude, how'd that go?
Most of them didn't work in the area I worked in. Some were. One was a nurse. I think one was a cook. There was a couple that were hardcore.
How big is this boat?
296 feet, I think it was.
I wouldn't even. That's. You might as well just say. If you could have said 7,000 feet, I wouldn't fucking know the difference.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
the area where it was made in Japan. The boat was made in Japan, and you know how short people are from Japan.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy went out there from Maine, Kevin, and we're both 6'4".
Oh,
Bro, I came home with so many nicks and dents in my head. You hit your head on everything. And I remember there was a welding lead. Because the area we work in, the whole floor is just running water all the time. It's just sloshing water. But you're about 8 inches off it on grates, right? They make these grates that you stand on. So you're above it, but it's freezing cold. Like it's just cold. You're just cold constantly. Well, Kevin, there was a welding lead, like a 220 welding lead that would get statically charged, and he'd be wet, and he'd walk under it to go back to his area to work, and that fucking thing would light him up every time, and I'd just laugh my ass off. Yeah, it wasn't 220 volts because it was like the static charge off it. It was just like a good shock, but. Anyway, yeah, probably the most interesting job I ever had was working on a fishing boat in Alaska, and I did another trip, like I said, off the coast of the Oregon River after that. So, yep.
I had little odd jobs.
Yeah, fluffer.
Fluffer. You fucking guy. I worked at a go-kart track in Keensburg.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was 14.
Keensburg, you lived
My
up
first
that
job.
way?
No, I lived here. We drove up. My buddy drove up.
Oh wow.
Yeah. We worked we worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, open, close. No, Friday, Saturday, open, close, and then Sunday open to close a little bit.
So you just
earlier.
like get people set up and park them or flip them back over when somebody wipes
dude.
out or whatever.
We were animals, bro.
Yeah.
Run on things. Fucking people try to run us over and shit.
Dude.
It was fucking nuts. I loved
Like
it.
kind of like Action Park crazy or no?
Kind of, yeah.
I never made it to Action Park. I think Action Park closed in
97.
No, I moved here in 98. I thought 97. That makes sense. Yeah.
I went like I think 90. I went like right before it closed.
Oh, so I moved to Jersey in 98. I went on the fishing boat in 1993. Yeah.
What year did you graduate high school?
I graduated the June prior to me leaving, so it'd been 92, I guess, right?
Wow, high school 92. I
Think.
thought you said 96 before. Didn't you say 96?
Maybe I did.
I'm
Fuck.
like,
Now
damn.
No, I graduated in 93, so maybe I went out in 94.
I don't know, buddy.
94.
Yeah, I guess
January, February
I take that
94.
back. Your fucking storytelling stinks.
Whatever.
You guys seen that documentary on Action Park?
Yeah. Yep.
Class Action
Class
Park.
Action,
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I haven't seen it. I got to check it out. I keep forgetting. It's on
Someone-
Netflix, right?
Someone just weighed in. Let's talk about Chinese people. Go ahead, Frank. You handle this one.
I'd rather not.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. When's Frankie fighting again? I think we answered that. Roger should join Below Deck on Bravo. I've actually seen bits and pieces
Below
of that.
Deck.
That's
What
you know
is
what that
that?
is? It's
No.
a show about like
Roger
high
wants to go
end.
below deck. Is that where you were? Is that where you took your?
No, it's
is
like
that,
it's people that work on
is
like
that where your
really
6'4" buddy went
high
down?
end private yachts. Shut up.
Went below deck.
People that work on really like high end private yacht, like $5 million yachts, and the people that work on them. It's like a soap opera for people that work on and the drama that's involved. Like everybody who's fucking who and.
Oh,
yeah.
like they work for rich people.
It's Real Housewives of a boat of the ocean,
How,
basically.
though?
Yeah.
But they're like, I mean, I don't want to say like they're peasants, but they
So-
work for rich people, right?
Right, but
So they're how are they Real Housewives? Aren't they rich people?
I'm trying to say it's a soap opera, bro.
Okay.
It's about
All right,
who's
I'm sorry,
banging
I'm
who.
sorry.
You know what I mean?
All
Like,
right, I get you.
like one
Yeah, it's
deckhand is banging the chick that like folds the
like a
laundry and
soap
shit.
opera,
Yeah.
not like
Right.
yeah.
Echo, echo, echo. Someone's saying, what are we echoing off of? I have the volume completely off on this, so it's not this. Echo, echo, echo. Thank you, Chester McFly, for that. Fix audio. Okay, audio is echoing. Everybody's saying audio is echoing. Any idea why?
Yo, 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 yo.
Yeah, I heard it.
Something.
So the volume's on Frankie's phone or something.
That's not my phone.
Or your phone. There's a definite echo coming through somewhere.
Yo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo. I think it's the phone, no?
You got the volume off on the phone?
Let's pull in this audio right here.
Hello. Whatever.
All right, guys, we're on it. Everybody's saying echoing. We're on it. We're trying to fix it.
You get to listen to us twice.
Yeah,
All right.
You get a two for one. I got a lot of highs. Thank you guys so much. I've never done this live shit. We got a lot of support on here. Thank you guys. Yes,
he loves positive comments.
I do.
He does.
I
Feeds
like.
off it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love negative comments?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I do
right.
not.
Doesn't everybody? We're social creatures, Frank. We're all human beings.
Yeah.
Social creatures like to be liked. We all like to be
I
liked.
know.
Unless you're a
It's
sociopath.
messed up, though.
Unless you're a sociopath
I
and you
think
like kill
that-
people and stick them in your basement, then you don't care. You don't. You
No,
lack
I think
empathy.
everyone. I want to be liked, but you know.
Someone said, any chance at Roger doing celebrity boxing? I already told that story on the air, but I'll give you a brief synopsis. That was offered to me a long time ago to fight Jose Canseco, and I actually thought about it because I was actually in pretty good shape back then. I mean, he was also in his best shape ever. He was, he was in the middle of his steroid career. Not career. He was done playing baseball, but he was in the middle of. He was huge.
Where are you in your steroid career?
Over. I'm over. I'm gonna kill myself. So anyway, yeah, it was offered to me. I thought about it, and it was no money. It was a charity event. You wouldn't have made any money off it, but it was like literally fly yourself out there. I forget where it was. It was like in Ohio or something. They wanted to schedule this, so I opted not. And obviously, he didn't take anybody either because he only had that one MMA fight that I know of.
We did. Oh yeah, against
in
Hong
Japan.
Man Choi or something.
Yeah,
right?
that huge dude, and he looked horrible.
Yeah.
But I was pretty Oh, my mic just went out. There it goes, back on now. So I was pretty confident back then. I was younger. I was in pretty good shape. I was doing a little bit of training with you, and I was like, if I put my all into this, but then you always get that factor too. Like you're doing this not for pay. You're going to train for free, which I know you did at first too. Then you're going to fly out there. What if you lose? Like what if you? This isn't your career. This is just like, you're just some regular dude that was dating a girl on a reality TV show, and you go out there and lose to Jose Canseco. Like I don't.
Bro,
think
he's a beast. Dude.
I don't think my pride could take it. I don't think I could take it. So
Jose Canseco's a beast.
if I did it, I don't think I would have lost, but I didn't do it.
He's a beast, though.
You're
He's
loving
a pretty good
IG.
athlete.
You're loving bro, the best at baseball. My mic is it's back now. Inspirational, brother. Just wanted to let you know that. Probably talking to you. Roger, you're so handsome from Sweden. They like me in Sweden.
Yeah, Sweden, yeah. Yeah. Is that how they talk? I don't know. I think that's more like something else. Sweeterhosen.
Bring back Jesse. Hey, we got an update for you guys. We are
Planning. Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, I was
maybe?
going to say maybe tomorrow, but we are planning this week. We've both got crazy schedules. It's the holiday season, but somebody just said, "Where's JWoww?" Thank you for that. That's funny. Hysterical you are. Anyway, we're planning to have Frankie Perez in and Jesse this week. Jesse Holt, and we're gonna have them in this week, and we're gonna let them.
Listen, we should just
We're
let
just
Jesse.
gonna let them go.
We should
man.
let Jesse.
I honestly,
tell us all his
I don't think we
crazy
should
shit.
even say anything. We should just let them go because they feed off each other. They are into some radical shit. You guys are gonna be like, my God, he probably needs medication. Where's the best place to get lobster? Well,
Lobster, Maine.
Frankie
No,
could talk some
obviously.
shit. Huh? Yeah, you can talk. People saying you talk too much shit.
I do talk mad
To
shit.
me. You're mean
Yeah.
to me. They're saying you're mean
I'm
to me.
mean to him.
You're mean to me.
Oh, that's your fan base. My fan base says they love it.
Where do you go for a good steak? Where's the best place to get lobster near Bar Harbor? I don't really ever order lobster out that much because most of my friends are lobster fishermen, so I just like hit them up when I'm up there, and they give me lobsters, and we usually cook it at home. But
Is there a special way to cook a lobster?
no, boil it. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know
Not
if, like, you
boil
have,
it,
like,
steam it.
I mean, if you have some Maine fucking
The-
Bar Harbor
the,
secrecy that you're holding on to.
You know how you tell when a lobster's done cooking?
You know some? Wow, it's red.
No, well, obviously, but
Well,
do
I
you
don't
know
know.
the easiest way, like the foolproof way?
What?
Is you just tug the antenna, like tug it a little bit. If it
Uh-huh.
comes right off, it's done.
The antenna it comes,
antenna, yeah, comes right off.
That's
It's
good.
not-
See, I knew I get a
See, learn
fucking
something.
little
Learn something.
main tip.
I forget. They're gonna kill me because I go there all the time. But it's the place right across from the Irish pub, right on the water, right next to the whale watching boats, is where I usually eat when I go to Bar Harbor.
The Munch and Guzzle.
The Munch and Guzzle. Highly recommend it. Unfortunately, I do not remember the name. I'm sorry, but it's right directly. It's on the water side of the Irish pub, downtown Bar Harbor. You're overlooking the whale watching boats. Got a beautiful hotel behind it. John for life. What's up? So I used to ride with this kid. He just weighed in. John for life. Bro, it's funny where like life takes you, right? This kid was an absolute fucking destroyer on a street bike. Like killed it. He had a team. They rode with a bunch of his guys called Down for Life. He's actually a guy. I think he's got it tattooed on him. But and like I would go to a parking lot and I wouldn't even ride. He was that good. I wouldn't even ride. I was just like, he killed it. But really humble dude. Didn't talk much. I really didn't get to know him that well. He lives like this totally opposite lifestyle now, man. He doesn't ride street bikes anymore.
Not at all.
No, he bought like a farm out in Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
Invites me and my kids out there. He's just a good dude. Married a terrific girl. Who actually just battled cancer and is in regression, I believe, has beat
Remission.
it. I think.
That's great. Yeah.
Remission, rather. Sorry. And anyway, he invites me out there, but has nothing to do with that lifestyle anymore. Nothing. Lives fly fishes, posting video of him fly. I'm like, bro, is this the John I used to know? Like, but it is, man. So what's up, John for life, my man?
Don't have to worry about skid
My
marks
boy
and shit.
Sean Ray, rabbit holes. Rabbit holes. He wants to hear about rabbit holes from Jesse and Frankie. I'm proud of you from Jenna 214X3. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you.
214X3. What's that? Is that your guys' date? Is that your guys did you guys meet date? Is that the date she followed you?
So much respect for you. I'm sure these people are probably talking to you.
No, dude, they respect you.
You
bro.
can't sit with gray sweatpants, balls out. I can, and I am.
What? What do you want to do? Hi.
I just wanted to say hi, but just don't take that. What the fuck is that saying? Don't stick that sucker in an oven. I'm not sure what she means by that.
Stick that sucker in the oven.
Where did you meet the new girl? I guess I'd tell this story.
Tell it. Let's hear. I want to hear about the waiter that served you that day.
I think it was around it was almost 2 years ago now, around April-ish, I think. My friends hit me up. They knew I was going through some shit, and they hit me up, and they were like, come on, man, you got to get out of the house. So we went to Starland Ballroom. They had a DJ there that we like, and we went, got table service, and I was just chilling. I wasn't even in the mindset. I'd lost like 30 pounds. I was like not feeling myself, but I was hanging with my crew, trying to have a good time. And my buddy, my one good buddy that went with me, spotted these two girls, and he said, I'm going to go talk to that little one over there with a little bubble butt, and he was talking about Danielle. So she was with a friend, and he ended up walking over and talking to them. He was more interested in who now is my girlfriend, and brought them back up to the VIP. And then once she got a little closer, she just, I don't know, she had that look. I was like, so I just looked at him. I was like, oh, sorry about your bad luck, but you're going to have to take the other one. So I got her number and just started talking, and maybe a month passed, and we ended up hanging out and kind of been hanging out ever since. So
I'm glad I never had to go looking for girls with you.
Yeah, why? That's a shit story.
Well, no, because
steal
you
your
just
girl?
fucking jacked the guy's girl. You know what I'm saying? The fuck?
There was first of all, Max was just fine, but there was a total elapsed time of about a half an hour from the time he pointed at her and said, that girl's cute, to the time it wasn't like they were like fucking they didn't. I think they might have said hello. It's not like I stole his girl out from under him, and he just moved on to her friend. So
fair enough.
So yeah. Let's see, what do we got? Have either of you?
Did she know who you were?
I mean, if she did, she didn't tell me, so I don't know. I mean, it would have been weird if she did. I'd have been real suspect. If she's like, "Oh my God, you're Roger," I would have been like, I'd have probably been out. But no, not at all. I don't think we ever had that conversation ever, really. I don't think it ever was addressed. Like, I certainly am never going to be like, "Do you know who I am?" You know what I mean? Someone, I hear the echo back. Did we get that shut down or not?
Nah, deal with it.
Someone just said, yeah, sorry guys, you're going to have to deal with a little echo, I guess. Have either one of you ever done ayahuasca? Let me tell you something. This guy, you name it, this guy's probably tried it.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Yeah, I've tried it. I have done it
Don't
once.
say that. You stuck a tree frog in your back, bro. What was that called?
Kamba.
Kamba.
Combo.
Talk about combo.
Yeah, that was rough. I did combo. Yeah, they get it's venom from a tree frog that they get from the Amazon, and they get the stem that the tree frog was on. Right, supposedly, I don't know. It's a certain type of plant. I don't recall the name. I'm not
Why
quite.
can't they just,
like I
like,
said,
take
I'm
it
not
off
quite
his
as good
back?
as Roger to give you the fucking scientific name of everything, and they give the so they take that, they light that, right, and they put little burn holes in the back of your skin, on my back could be your arm, your shoulder, your back, wherever. They did my back, so 4 little holes, and they take the combo.
Who is they?
Somebody I know.
Okay.
Somebody I know that's in
That
the
know-
know.
that
In the
knows
know.
that stuff.
It's
Okay.
in the know, I
Okay.
guess,
Okay.
And
It's not a service.
this is not illegal.
Yeah.
Combo's not illegal either. You can
Okay.
actually go to, there's places you can go get this done. My wife did it. She did it first because she was, for her Lyme disease,
Right.
and what it does is it purges your lymphatic system supposedly.
Okay.
I'm like, fuck it, I'll give it a try, So put it on me, and dude, my face blew up,
Yeah.
like allergic reaction. My throat closed up. I was talking like this. Like
So-
I didn't
so
bug
there's
out.
a-
I
there's
didn't
a-
bug. Listen, I didn't like. I'm surprised I didn't bug out because I couldn't fucking breathe. My throat was closing up, and I kept calm. And I'm throwing up like an animal. You have to drink a bunch of water, before you do it, almost a gallon, half a gallon of water before you do this. And you just sit there, I'm like, blah, throwing it all up violently for like 25 minutes. And I didn't feel nothing good from it. so
there's a
I
picture.
probably won't do it again.
There's a picture of this guy. I don't know if he'll provide it and we can throw
No,
it up.
I can't find it, dude. Honestly, bro, I fucking look for this thing all the time. It takes forever.
So anyway, there's a picture of him, and he literally, after doing this, he looks like the frog. He does. His face looks like the face of the frog.
But that's what they say.
He's
You know that?
unrecognizable.
Listen, that's what they say. They
Unrecognizable.
say that's the myth or whatever they want to call it. But they say that's it, you do the venom, it makes you look like the frog, and it fucking did.
So I'm in a different mindset and a different place than I was growing up. My parents kind of instilled me that drugs are bad, right? You're like,
Listen.
drugs are bad. So let me finish. Drugs are bad. I know he's getting paranoid. Like I'm talking badly about him, and I'm not. Let me finish. And he is. He's getting paranoid. He wants to interject, say it's not drugs. That's my point. I'm going to make that point.
Okay, make that
So
point.
there are certain things. I mean, there are drugs. Listen, man. I mean, like I'm not going to argue that heroin is not a drug. I'm not going to argue that cocaine is not a drug. I'm not going to argue that those are those. But there are also things that I believe now at this point in my life. And when I was a kid, my parents, both my mom and dad, told me marijuana was bad, weed was bad. It's just Nancy Reagan was fucking telling me weed's bad. And now, at the stage I am now, I am no longer of that mindset. I'm more of the mindset that, marijuana is medicine. Things like ayahuasca also help to open up the mind so much. Your third eye, DMT, all that sort of stuff. I've really never done any of it.
How about my one eye?
Your brown star, your brown eye. I've really never done any of it because the worry was always there. I'm a union guy that I would fail drug tests, and I've been getting drug tested my whole life, like all the time. And I was always like, shit, I'm scared of this stuff. But where I am now, and especially how I stress and how I get anxiety and stuff, I think that so much of that would help me. You know what I mean? Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Especially like mushrooms. They have a very introspective type thing, and yeah, I think you could use it.
I do. Just the way I'm hardwired.
Yeah, it's honestly like they're talking about psilocybin being used to teach people with PTSD or manic depression, stuff like that. So I'm down with all of it. I guess I self-medicate myself.
I saw something, and again, we learned an incredible amount of our information that we regurgitate on the show from social media, but I saw somebody posted something about like so many grams of mushrooms has the lasting effects of taking antidepressants for a month.
Yeah,
if
but
you
that's
take
what I hear.
so many grams, it will, for that month.
You're good.
Well,
yeah, I'm telling you, dude. It has I feel like it has lasting effects.
Well, I want to do it. I want to do it.
Yeah, I don't want to glorify drugs. That's not my mission here.
I just said I don't.
But, I think
you're
some
not doing
people could
heroin.
use
You're
it.
not doing coke. You're not doing shit like that.
No,
You're taking medicine.
Right. Correct.
Literally medicine for your mind. Literally.
Correct. I agree.
Yeah. But I guess my point was I was not brought up that way. I was brought up like all drugs are bad. Everything's blanketed.
I was too,
everything.
though. I was too.
I don't even consider these things drugs now.
Nah, hell no, bro. I mean, dude, it's legal in the
Well,
in our state.
Now in New Jersey,
it's about to be legal federally. Right? They did pass one. I mean, I think it's passed before. It's got to pass like another branch or something. But it's on its way. I mean, it's every year more states get legal. So obviously, It's an essential fucking business. It was allowed to stay open during the pandemic.
Yeah. Don't get started on politics. You don't want to do politics today.
No,
you don't want to do politics.
Mr. President over here next to me.
What was your answer for that again? What were you going to change? Oh, you were going to talk to the guy that knows if there's space aliens exist.
I want to know, bro.
That's your
Tell
first
me
thing.
where the fucking aliens are.
All the shit going on in our world, that's the first thing you want to know?
You don't think that'd be pretty profound, though?
Yeah, but like
that'd be
you know,
that. What
I could
would
save
be?
that-
What
I
would
could
be?
save
No, no.
that for like
What-
my fourth or fifth time.
But what would be more profound than that?
It would only be. It couldn't be what we've already seen. Like, it couldn't be, like guys in the Air Force flying F-16s and seeing stuff. It would have to literally be a little green man cryogenically frozen somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
that's
dude.
What it would have
That's
to
what
be.
I'm
You think
saying,
that exists? You think a little green man?
I don't know quite that, but they know more than they're leading on, right?
Yeah,
I would imagine.
I think about
Or maybe they don't know yet. Maybe nobody knows yet. That could be a possibility as well.
Yeah. So
But if say they did have that fucking little green guy, or even a spaceship, say they had that spaceship somewhere else, what would be more fucking bigger than that? That would throw the world. That would throw the world on its head. That would throw the world on its head.
No, because
How not? It would throw every religion on its head, wouldn't it? In a sense.
Yeah, I mean, yes, yeah, it's profoundly impactful. I just think there's more things that are more pressing, in today's day. I mean, people are
more pressing. Okay,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? More,
I guess the aliens
like that's
aren't
not going
fucking
anywhere.
with us.
That's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
that's,
okay.
That's going to be the same.
I see what you're saying.
So I don't know. I'm not trying to pick apart your plan there, Mr. President.
Well,
It sounded
okay.
great, but
I told you.
and listen, I'm the guy that said I would make reciprocity laws. There's things that are more pressing than that too. So
yeah, it's fucking gunmonger.
yeah. Oh, it comes down to the Second Amendment. It's going to protect the First, bud.
Yeah, I'm down with those amendments.
Okay.
Yeah, I would also. I would make gym class have to be wrestling or jiu-jitsu.
A lot of physicalities if he becomes president.
Yep.
All right, I like that. I mean, that kind of would play into what's going on today. I mean, with the COVID pandemic, that you're really being pushed to not work out. You're being pushed to eat less healthy.
Yeah.
Every fast food place is open. Most gyms are open, but 25% capacity.
Right.
My gym is dead, bro. The people that used to go there,
that's
it's
crazy,
just
right?
me and my boys in there. Like the hardcore guys, that's it. There's like 5 of us a night in there.
Really?
That is it. That's it. Bro.
Really?
I feel horrible for the owners, but shout out to KS Fitness, a local biz, family owned, good people. 24-hour gym. If you guys are looking for a gym,
In Tom's River.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It keeps. Hey.
Well, because people probably get sick of looking at me. My phone's gonna die in a minute anyway. So, did you enjoy the goat yoga in Crystal Springs? I did actually enjoy that.
The
Yeah.
goat yoga. That was kind of cool.
It was kind of like a lot of people just kind of showed up to pet the goats. Danielle,
How can
my
you
girl,
really
did
do
it with
yoga,
me.
dude?
She didn't
Oh,
do
my
an
God.
ounce of yoga, and that girl literally is the most flexible human I've ever met. She didn't do any goat yoga. I was actually trying because I thought the teacher would be like, come on, guys. Like the teacher was there, so I was trying, and I'm the most unflexible human ever. But yeah, most people just pet the goats for like an hour, So.
Here, this is from Ligori. Could we today beat our grandparents at our age in total war? Meaning our whole country is mobilized for war. If weapons are equal, could we win a world war against the greatest generation?
No, they were real men back then. No way. No
Especially
fucking way.
with you at the fucking helm.
Because that's not why wars are fought that way anymore. Like you said at one time, how many Tim Kennedys are there? Not very many.
That's
my grandfather was a badass. My grandfather.
But
served in the
do you
Pacific.
think weapons are the same? Do you think we have better strategies now, and we have better experience? We can learn from different experiences that these we've had that they haven't.
Yes and no, right? We get our asses kicked by third world countries sometimes by just stupid simplistic ideas like IEDs fucked up so many people. It's the most simplistic.
But really, if there's if we want to just blow everybody up, we probably could.
Right, but that's
But I'm
not,
saying
not
they're
what
talking
you're
about.
saying.
I know,
You're
but I'm
like-
saying that we have the same weapons. Do they have what we have, or we have what they have? So whatever. So same weapons. They don't.
No,
But I mean, we pretty much had.
we get smoked. We get absolutely smoked. Those
Yeah.
were real men. I'm even saying that about my grandfather would kick. Both my grandfathers would kick. Both my grandfathers served in the Pacific.
Yeah.
My grandfather Matthew served on, I forget what the boat is called, but one of those ones with the flip down front and everybody goes running out of it.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
yeah.
I have a
They're
book
pretty dope.
somewhere. My dad sent it to me. It's probably in my attic, but it's a book of all the little Japanese islands that were
Picture book?
infiltrated.
Is it picture book, Roger?
that they cleared, that they landed on and cleared, in the Pacific. And then my other grandfather, Grampy Elf, was also in the Pacific. I don't know as much about what he did, more so about
Was
my
he tall?
grandfather. My grandfather's the only really tall elf on my mother's side. He was 6'4".
6'4",
Yeah,
fuck.
6'4", yeah.
That's crazy.
Nobody in my family is really tall other than me and him. My cousin Kyle's pretty tall. He's like 6 foot, but
Yeah, he's taller than that, no?
maybe 6'1" something. He's not as tall as me, but he's genetically built better.
Yeah.
He's a fucking big bitch.
Genetically, what do you mean?
Yeah, he's just
What do you
a
mean?
thick fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. But aren't mushrooms a
Hallucinogenic?
hallucinogenic?
Or
I don't know why I couldn't
hallucinogen?
say that.
Yes, correct, they are.
I don't know why she's asking.
Yes, they are, dear. She's trying to say
Shit
they're
on
not
it?
good for us. Yeah. It's all right. You can't really knock it till you try it. That's the thing. It's really not dangerous.
Blair Man. My buddy Blair Man. So I flew out to Wyoming with my cousin. The cousin I'm talking about, Kyle, who's a hardcore sledder. He's a really good sledder.
Got the good genes. Kyle with the good genes.
He's got good genetics, but he's hardcore. He snowmobiles pretty much every weekend, and he's big into off trail. I go when I can go, which is sometimes not at all, and sometimes I'll go a couple times a year, 3-4 times a year, and I always meet up with him. Well, he convinced me to buy a long track, a 155 Pro RMK, a few years back because he enjoys riding off trail in the deep powder. We don't really get that much off trail on the East Coast, but we booked a trip to go to Wyoming to ride with guys that were in, I don't know if you ever heard of it, but the Sled Neck videos, like, the original guys that did that. Some of the guys, this guy Dan, why am I forgetting his last name? Anyway, we went out with two of his guides, and we were at like 9,000, close to 10,000 foot elevation, and it didn't feel bad getting up there. I think we slept at like 6,500, 7,000, and then they drive you up in the mountains and you offload your sleds. Well, these are rented sleds. You know what I mean? They're like $20,000 sleds with turbo kits and
You
shit.
say sleds, you mean like ski mobile?
Snowmobiles.
Right,
Snowmobiles.
whatever.
They're probably like $15,000 sleds stock, but they had some mods done to them. They're probably approaching, and some of the sleds they ride are like 30,000, 40,000. They got huge turbos on them and shit. So we were riding brand new sleds, and we went up there in the mountains. And I remember the first hill that I pulled, and I'm nowhere near on my cousin's level at all, or these guys. These guys are all professional. This guy Blair, man, he's a good dude, Jason Blair. But I pulled this hill, and I got to the top of it, and I just remember I was fucking exhausted just fighting that sled a little bit. I mean, I don't have good cardio anyway, but I was like, my cousin doesn't have great cardio either. He just like lifts heavy weight. He's kind of like me. He doesn't do any cardio. And I was like, well, he's got to be gassed too. And I looked, and he's ripping. He's going up and down and pulling up. And I'm like, this motherfucker. And then I caught up with him, and I could see he was like struggling to breathe. But I thought I was going to have a heart attack, literally. These guys, Blair Man and the other dude that was with him, I forget his name, they were the most patient people ever, bro. He's like, no, man, don't worry about it. A lot of people get gassed, don't worry about it. Bro, we went up there for 2 days, and it was, I thought I was going to die because I just couldn't breathe. Couldn't catch my breath, So what's the highest elevation you've ever trained at?
It was Colorado Springs, probably.
What's the height?
Well, it's like, I think it's higher than Denver. Denver's a mile high, so I think it was probably like 6,000 or 7,000.
Okay, you got to remember though, we're coming from sea level. We're literally like Hurricane Sandy hit, and we were underwater here, so we're at sea level and flying and going directly.
But I hiked the mountain in Crested Butte, Colorado.
Okay.
We hiked up, and I snowboarded down. The ski lifts weren't working. It was in April. April, and I hiked up with Dr. Damien.
Yeah.
And that shit was pretty tough.
Yeah.
It was pretty tough. That was like 14,000 feet, I think.
Yeah. I need old man over here needs to work on his cardio. My heart's gonna give out if I don't.
Yeah, well, you gotta start sometime.
I know.
Tomorrow.
I look at it from a simplistic mindset, which is so stupid because there's always time. You can make time. I could leave here and go to the gym right now, but I look at it like, all right, I get about an hour and 20 minutes in the gym. I don't want to do cardio. I want to lift weights. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
Honestly, lifting weights is really good for you.
Yeah, it's cardio too. I mean, it is. Your heart is accelerating and shit. So
you should just lift weights and then do fun things for cardio.
Yeah, I agree.
What here? I know I got favorite place to vacation.
Favorite place to vacation. I mean, listen, I love going home to Maine for sure. I've been lucky enough in my life to be over in Europe. I don't know, my favorite place in Europe. We stayed in Austria, which was pretty cool. Some amazing skiing over there. But I was young when I went over there. I was like in high school or just out of high school. Favorite place? I don't know, man. I'm a fan of stateside. I'm not an island guy or warm weather guy. I'm not like a hot. Is that you?
I mean, I don't know. That's when you go on vacation. Usually, what we usually do, we go to an island, with the kids and stuff like that.
And you just hang out at the beach like all day, or no?
We do beach, pool, do an excursion or some shit.
Listen, if I'm on vacation, I want to check into a really, really nice hotel and be pampered. Like just fucking have somebody waiting on me. Have
Honestly,
somebody on staff.
I think I'd like to go like on an adventure vacation. But it's tough to do with kids. But I did love going to Turks Caicos. That place is great. Yeah. Like Beaches Place Resort.
Yep.
I guess it's owned by.
We stayed at one in Cozumel. It was called. I highly recommend it because it wasn't that packed. It was called LeBlanc Hotel, I think, right on the beach. But it was like a little bit higher end and didn't have the capacity of some of the other hotels. So it was a little more intimate, and you got your own person waiting on you and bellhop and. Not bellhop.
No, that's some boozy shit, bro. Our fucking audience can't afford that.
No, it was. I can't now. It was back in the day. But yeah, it was one of my favorite spots to stay. The one thing I really sticks out and I remember from that trip, this hotel was called LeBlanc Hotel or LeBlanc whatever resort, and you had obviously the front of it faced the ocean, right on the beach, as all the hotels are there. And they had the jet ski rentals, they had the parachuting behind the boats and all this shit. But on the backside, there was like a little bar on the backside, and there was this little lagoon which separated the bay side and the road and the hotel. There's like the bay or the marshland rather, and then the road that brought everybody into Cancun, and then there was like this lagoon. It was a pretty decent size, and there was a little walkway out into the lagoon and then like a gazebo in the middle of it. Well, I walked out there for whatever reason. There was nobody out there, and I looked, and this thing is coming towards me on top of the water. It's huge, and I'm like, that's too big to be a crocodile. It was just too fucking big. It was ginormous, and literally this thing came up, swam right underneath me, smacked its tail, did that shake thing that it does with the water bubbles and all that. It was obviously trying to tell me to get the fuck out of there. The thing was the biggest crocodile I've ever seen, even on TV. I don't know. I don't want to guesstimate a size, but how that thing didn't kill a ton of people on the backside of that hotel.
What thing? I wasn't listening. What, crocodile?
We were talking about aliens.
No, we weren't.
It was a crocodile on the back in a little lagoon on the backside of a hotel that I stayed at in Mexico. Yeah. But, bro, it was huge, and there's no signs.
In Mexico, they're crocodiles.
Or whatever, crocodiles. But anyway, my point is, a little boy got taken by an alligator in Disney, right? Yeah. This fucking crocodile would have ate that alligator. Would have ate that alligator in one bite. Crocodiles are so much bigger, bro. This fucking thing was. If I had to put a length on it, I'm not exaggerating. 20 feet. This fucking thing was 20 feet long. I'm not kidding, bro. It was humongous. And I went out there every day looking for it. Some days I would see it, some days I wouldn't. I remember one day I went out to look for it. I walked all the way out on this, walkway that goes over the water to the gazebo, and I looked back. I was like, oh, it's not out here today. I didn't see him today. I looked back, and this thing is like under the embankment on the shore, and people are walking on the grass and shit. And I'm like, why has this thing not killed anybody yet? It's huge, bro, huge.
Yeah, well, that's
so
scary.
If you go to LeBlanc Hotel. Don't swim in the lagoon on the backside.
Captain, what was the alligator that ate Captain Hooks? Was he something?
What was that? Andrew, what was that? What was his name?
I don't know.
Anyway, was that a joke?
No, I was just going to say, hey, fuck Captain fucking whatever the guy.
Frankie's not got a career in comedy anytime soon. All right, let me see what else we got here. Everybody's saying it's echoing. We tried to fix it, guys. I don't know why.
I think it's your phone.
It's my phone?
This is on a delay, so I think it's...
the volume's all the way off.
I think it's just because yours is a little ahead.
To you both, plans for New Year's Eve. Well, my plan was to come here because that's normally Frankie and Renee have a little friends and family get-together on New Year's Eve, and we usually hang out, watch the ball drop. It's kid-friendly. Usually Frankie's kids are running around. Everybody kind of brings their kids. Some people come solo, but Frankie's got a fight coming up, so he doesn't want to put himself at risk for COVID. I don't blame him at all, so I'm not sure what my plans are just yet. I have the kids for New Year's Eve, so don't know. We'll do something.
Nothing great.
Roger,
I'm not eating nothing great.
Come from a military family. My father was a Vietnam vet. My sister and brother-in-law. Both graduated West Point. Have you ever been to an Army-Navy football game? No, but I would love to. I'm not a huge traditional sports guy, but I feel like I could get into Army-Navy. I mean, those are legendary. I remember watching them when I was a kid, So, no, I've never been. Seeing those,
Pretty big rivalry.
Yeah. But seeing them parachute in, don't they parachute in at the beginning of everything? I mean, it's just a different
cool. Right.
different vibe about that, Army-Navy. Someone wrote, who watches Jersey Shore? That's fine, bud. I guess not you. That's fine. I don't have any issue with that. I don't watch it myself, so.
But he's watching your IG
I know.
live, though.
That's why I don't get these people. This would be a good season right here, a good kickoff to what was Eddie's idea?
Troll Patrol. Troll Patrol.
Troll Patrol.
The Pole Patrol.
You said pole.
Paw Patrol.
Maine, easiest going place with the easiest people around. Totally, man. It's so weird when I go up there.
Man.
When I go up there, every car you pass, starting from like
Everyone's
Portland
just cool?
up. No, they wave. Everybody waves.
Wow.
Like you go hiking or whatever. Not so much in Bar Harbor because it's mostly people from away, but like the locals. You go, walk into like a local store or whatever. Everybody's like, hey, what's up? How are you? You don't know them from a hole in the ground. Like I go with Danielle sometimes up by her. I guess it's the Catskills, and we go hiking, and I always say hello to everybody. Nobody ever says it back. Like, this fucking Jersey's got the rudest people ever. You pass somebody on a trail, I'm always like, hey, what's up? They don't even look at you. They just look. They stare at their feet.
You got COVID, bro. You got COVID.
How did you meet Jesse Holt? I met Frankie through you and Wuzza, so I guess I met Jesse. Oh, I met Jesse at Wuzza's house one night.
You met Frankie through you and Wuzza? Yeah,
I met you through Jesse and Wuzza. They introduced me to you. I met Jesse through
I think I met Jesse through just you.
Did you really?
I think so.
Oh, all right. Well,
or no, man, I don't know. Maybe about the same time.
Yeah, it's all 15, 20 years ago. It's kind of the same. We all traveled in the same circles. I can actually remember seeing Frankie in Seaside back in the day at the clubs. I remember seeing you at Sawmill a few times. Yeah,
I used to go
before I really knew you. But I knew who he was. He'd already fought Tyson. He had a number of fights, and I was just a fan. I was like a fangirl. Like I'm a little kid from Maine. I don't get to meet people like this. So. I never wanted to be a dork. I never would go up to him or anybody for that matter and be like, hey, I'm a big fan. Nice to meet you. That's not what I'm.
Not that one time, no.
Yeah, it's just not how I'm cut out, I guess. But then Frankie, I don't know that he offered or people heard about it or whatever, but he was doing like a little MMA class, like startup kind of beginner class at the barn. And I remember somebody telling me about it, and I was like, well, that's my in right there. I can get to meet this dude. And I was in pretty good shape at the time or whatever. So me, Jesse, not Wuzza's brother, Ant. Jesse, Ant, a couple of Jesse's buddy. We pretty much were there every week. I mean, we came out about every week. I think we did it for about a year, maybe a little over.
Yep.
And it was just literally, I mean, I got no pedigree in wrestling. I had no pedigree in boxing. I had no history of that. So it was literally just a bunch of guys.
Can you still do drop step?
I doubt it.
No?
I know. I'm so out of shape right now.
Out of shape.
Could I do a drop set? I don't know. Like the first thing you taught us was shrimping, remember?
Yeah,
shrimp out. You gotta shrimp. You make a shrimp up and down this fucking thing like 900 times. Have you met 24? Oh, God. Yeah, I met 24. I actually think he's a really nice guy, to be honest with you. I think he's 25 now, so you guys gotta call him 25.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I met him. He's a really nice guy. Actually, no issue with that dude whatsoever. He's good to
56, met 24.
I could be his dad, bro. I'm old enough to be his dad.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, I would have been. He's 20. I would have been 20. I could have been 20 and had him, right?
Yeah, I guess
easy.
so.
That's easy. Shit, you were fucking when you were 13, boy.
Yeah, it's true.
I met him. Nothing bad to say. Nice guy. They seem very happy, and I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? I feel like when one side's at peace, you get to live your life in peace. So yeah, things are good. Jesse is a doll. We need more of him. Yes, we do. He's coming on soon. I'm sorry, guys, about the echo. I keep explaining that. It's something to do with our technical side. We've tried to fix it. We will get it fixed for the next time we go live. I think we just have too many phones synced up here, and it's getting an echo somehow. Someone just wrote engagement for Christmas. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, guys.
Wow.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Not yet. I don't know that. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I don't think I'll ever get married again.
Are you not trying to offend anybody or just one person?
No, ever. I just don't. I think I failed at it. I was bad at it, so why am I going to do it again? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't
people
think,
say that. You say that. I
don't think you get to get married 17 times and try to get it right.
I mean,
I obviously got it wrong. And this is just for me. This is not. I'm not suggesting this for anybody else.
I say
just
that
for me.
too, though. I said if I ever get divorced, that's it. One
yeah.
and done. But it does. It's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I had to put money on it
You think I
before
get
you're
married
said and
again?
done, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I really
probably
don't
will.
think so.
Yeah.
That's not a shot at Danielle in any way, shape, or form. She's a great girl, great. But if it ain't broke, why? Don't try to fix it if it ain't broke. Is the way I look at it. You
Sound like George Bush. We're like, he's like, right? He's like,
Oh, yeah.
you fool me once, shame on me.
Fool you twice.
Fool me twice.
Shame on me.
Well, you ain't gonna fool me again.
Oh, Wyatt's Law, my girl. Love her. She was trying to pass a law.
What?
So this girl from Michigan, I believe. God, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on her name. I only have
You
her
said
IG name.
Wyatt. Wyatt.
Her son's name is Wyatt. Okay, and I've always every year I post a post about Wyatt. She reached out to me a long time ago, and her son was brutally beaten by a caretaker. He was young. He was only like 2-3 years old, something like that. She split from her ex. He had somebody watch a new girlfriend watching their son Wyatt when he was not there. I don't think he was present. I think he'd left or whatever, went to the store, whatever. Again, I don't know all the details here. I forget some of them. But this woman beat him and has a history of it, had done it before. So she's trying to pass a law called Wyatt's Law in Michigan. Well, I don't think it's just Michigan. I think it's be federal, I guess. That it's kind of like if you're a child molester, like if you have a history of you would have to be on a national registry where if
Like,
someone was going
what
to
is it
hire
called?
you as a caretaker.
What is it called? Amber Alert? No, right?
No,
Is it Amber Alert?
Amber's
No.
Alert is where they notify you with on your phone and on overpasses.
Yeah.
It's like it would be like a sex offender, and I fully support it. And this little boy is suffered untold trauma, like you can't even imagine to see the pictures and stuff.
Wow.
But
That's sad.
so I always support him, and I know there was just something that for I guess it's called like a lame duck if it doesn't go through. Her bill right now is I think like a lame duck bill, and it's unfortunate. But it's called Wyatt's Law. Google it when we're done here. Anyway, we've always been close. Anytime she helps me or asks me rather to post something about Wyatt's Law, I always do. So
Very cool.
and I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on your name. If I wasn't on air, I would know it. Single friends from New Jersey. Jesse single.
Jesse
Jesse single.
Frankie Perez is single.
Frankie Perez. How long has Frankie been married?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Be 13 years in April.
Damn, bro. But together like 16, right, or something like that.
Together 20.
Damn, bro. 20.
Yeah, 19 to 39, right? It's 20.
Someone said, love the cameo you did for me. Oh, actually, I remember this person. That's cool. Thank you. Erica. Sorry, Erica. Sorry, babe. Love you. You know I love you. I don't know why I drew a blank. Okay, someone just corrected me.
What?
Oh, actually, Erica corrected me. I'm sorry, Erica. I know I got some of the details wrong. Can't be federal because child abuse laws are written at a state level. Yeah, I think almost everything kicks back to the state. There's not only so much, although like marijuana is federally illegal, right? But states can supersede that. How is that?
Because the federal government stopped enforcing it.
Yeah.
Kind of a losing battle at this point.
Right, but what makes something, most states govern themselves, right? What makes some things federal law? For example,
I think it has to pass something, right? For it to be a federal law? Has to be recognized as federal law, or has to go through some process, right? Just like right now, like they're leaving the marijuana legalization to the states, but they're trying to also pass it federally. So
someone, David Castillo, I'm not even sure what this means. It's probably a joke, but if Jesse was here, he'd be all over it. The earth is flat with a firmament. Operation Fishbowl. What is Operation Fishbowl?
I'm sure Jesse will tell
Jesse
us
would be all
about
over it. Yes, Erica. We got her name. Thank you, guys. I apologize, Erica, so much. You know I love you. Talk to you all the time, and I love you, and I just brain farted. I'm not that bright. When I get into this room, I get like 5 times dumber, and I was already dumb to begin with. I had to beat Frankie to that punchline. the angle of Frankie though. Why is it on my? Oh, Frankie sideways. Yeah, well, that's because we got we're feeding off that camera over there too. How long did it take you to complete your back tattoo? You talking about the little jaguar with the blue eyes on Frankie's back?
Jaguar.
That one. How long did that take, Frankie?
He's talking about your tattoo, you clown.
So my tattoo, I never really added it up because it was it took over a year to finish my back. And my guy James at Gypsy Soul Tattoo, shout out Gypsy Soul, small business, we're supporting you guys. My guy James, he put me on. Oh shit, I got 10% battery left. He put me on like a cancellation list because I my schedule's so crazy, I never know. So he literally will like text me on like a Friday, hey, you got 3 hours Saturday on this time, and that's how I did my entire back, was on cancellations, people canceling appointments. I think if I had to guess, maybe 30 something hours in it, something like that, somewhere in that ballpark, you know. Chris Ligori. How much can you bench, Roger? I fucking hate that question. Anybody that spends any time in the gym at all hates that question. How long do you think Jersey Shore will go on for? I don't know. I always hesitate to answer these Jersey Shore questions because I don't know. I listen, as if they're 50 doing it, God bless them. You know what I mean? God bless them. I can't hate on that. You know what I mean? Awesome, but how? Oh, this is for you. Awesome, but how the hell did you stay married for that long in today's society? Give us some secrets, Frankie.
I lucked out. I lucked out with a good one. That's all. And she puts up my shit because I'm not so good.
So Erica, again, keeps weighing in. I'm always going to shout Erica out. I love her. But Erica with the Wyatt's Law, she's Wyatt's mom, said, yeah, crazy, right? But you can smoke crack in Oregon. I mean, she's kind of right. You know what I mean? You can't get a law passed to protect children and just put somebody on a registry so you could see if they have, been violent to a child before, which this woman had. But you can go fucking walk around the streets of Oregon smoking crack. How crazy is that? I know, guys. I explained the echo thing 100 times. I'm sorry about the echo. We've tried to fix it. We'll fix it the next time. Someone just said arm wrestle Frankie. Do you think I could? I can't beat you in a fight. You think I could beat you arm wrestle?
Yeah.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Frankie said that I could beat him arm wrestling, so that makes me happy. Do you believe Trump will win? You guys want to tune in tomorrow. Actually, we're not going live, but you're going to want to watch tomorrow's episode with Jesse Holt and Frankie Perez, because Jesse's going to give you 475 reasons why Trump is going to win. He'll bet his life on it. He'll cut his wrist right now if Trump doesn't get in. The guy is so like positive that Trump is getting in. I'm not that confident. How about you?
No, I think I'm pretty much think it's over.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I never, especially this guy, I'd never count this guy out. But I think as time goes on, the more time that goes on, the chances run slimmer.
Yeah.
Fucking Chris. Do you believe in psychics? The easy answer for that is no. Not really, no.
No, me neither.
Can't hear anything saying what's up with the echo. Tried to explain that as many times as I can. I don't know what's going on. We'll fix it. I think it's because we have two phones recording. They're echoing.
Try ending your live session on your phone.
All right, let me end live and we'll just go up here.
Off of the main feed.
Let's see if it ends it. Echo, echo, echo. No echo?
Yeah, I don't hear it no more. It's your phone, Roger. Fucked it up for everybody. Thanks, bro.
The volume was off. I don't know how it was my phone, but apparently just having two phones
There you go, everybody.
connected at the same time. Sorry about the echo. We're off the echo. My phone's dead anyway. I can't read your questions from here. My eyesight's not quite that good.
It's 2017.
Just pull up the live feed, like watch it.
Oh, yeah. Facts.
You're
See?
fucking.
That's why we got a tech guy.
Wait, what are you doing?
He said just pull up the live feed and then you can read it. Right here. See? Beautiful. Oh. Let me turn the volume off.
That's why there's the echo.
Okay. So we got no echo. See? This is why we hired a tech guy right there.
Look at that.
When you have two phones together, you good now? Yep. All right. Well, again, we're not that technical, guys. Give us a break. We're a couple idiots. He gets punched. You know, this guy's been punched 4,800 times.
He said that number. Is that the number?
It was 4,600 or 700.
Been punched at. Doesn't mean I've been hit that many times.
No, I thought it meant hit.
No, I've been punched at that many times, I think.
All right. Well, okay. So what would you say? What is an average percentage
I
rate
have
for
no
strikes?
idea.
50%?
No.
Okay, so I'll cut it in half.
I don't know.
All right. I thought it was actual strikes landed.
I don't believe so. I'm sure somebody knows that number, though.
I predicted you need to charge your phone. Yes, Noel. Thank you. I do.
She's
Got a
saying you're
little bit-
psychic. She's saying she's psychic.
Yes. All right, so I do believe in psychics now. You could box one celebrity in a boxing match. Who would it be? I think we answered this once before. I forget who I said. Who'd you say?
Oh, one celebrity. Oh, I don't know who did I say. I think I said Mark Wahlberg.
You would
Did I?
box Mark? He's a nice guy. Why do you want to box him?
Because he's probably a good athlete, probably a good boxer. I want him to play me in a movie.
You don't nobody that you can think of that you don't like.
I fucking don't like.
I would box shit. What's his name? But everybody would hate on me because he's so out of shape. But I can't. I just don't like him. I don't like the movies he puts out. Who's the guy from Fahrenheit 9/11? The documentary guy. What's his name? Michael Moore. Pretty sure I could beat up Michael Moore, but this is my viewpoints completely don't align with his at all.
He's picking Michael Moore.
Yeah, I'll pick on a fat guy. Although I'm getting fatter every day. Are you guys ready for Christmas? Yeah, I'm actually ready. Everything's wrapped.
I'm not.
I put together my daughter's. I guess I can say on here. I put together. My daughter's not watching this. So.
Santa put it together.
Yeah. Santa put it together. Santa put together a vanity. She wanted a vanity, so I put one together for her last night. Fucking thing was like Wayfair. You know how like you pull out.
It came with a kid.
You get
Came
9
with kids. Is that what you're saying?
You get not Wayfair. Yeah, not Wayfair. IKEA. Like IKEA shit.
Yeah.
You pull out like 9 boards and you're like, oh, this doesn't look bad. And then you empty the bag of fucking nuts and bolts and it's like never ending. It's like 8,000 nuts and bolts. I'm like, how can it take that many nuts and bolts to hold this thing together? It did. Took every last one of them.
And their instructions are all pictures. There's no words.
Yeah, no, there was just pictures, yeah.
That's perfect.
And they were
Roger.
actually wrong. They were
kidding
actually
me?
wrong.
It's
yeah.
perfect for him.
Did you ever, this one girl told me, I think it's her sister owns a place, a little shout out local business. Place in Spring Lake Pizza. No, I have not tried it yet, but I am going to. I work in that area a lot, so I'm going to try it. What are the gifts for the kids this year? I kind of answered that. I put a vanity together for my daughter last night. Obviously got him a ton of other gifts too, but my son is obsessed with gumball machines, so I got him like a giant gumball machine that was promised to be in like last week, and it's fucking backordered, and it better be here for Christmas. But that's like one of his bigger. It's huge. It's humongous. Holds like 40 pounds of gumballs or some shit.
I'll let you guys know Christmas morning.
Are you not gonna let him know? Oh yeah, he got kids that can watch this shit. Yeah.
No, I don't have kids that can watch this shit. I'm saying it's gonna be a surprise to me too.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh really? No, I got all my kid shit. You fuckers got it easy then. So yeah, I answered that. I should always go live. Thank you. I feel like we're stumbling all over ourselves today, but thank you. Are you still doing M-Sculpt? Do you really think it works? No, I don't think it works. I don't think any of that stuff really works that great. There's nothing. Listen, there are things you can do to get like little slight edges and things that you can do to help like, physiques and things like that, but there's nothing better than diet and exercise. I mean, there's just nothing better. You know what I mean? I mean, that's if you can, compound it with diet and exercise, you get little added edges everywhere, Local business, Drips and Kicks in downtown Toms River. I'm not familiar with that. You ever heard of it?
Drips and Kicks.
Check it out.
I think it's what? It's for sneaker store, right?
Sounds like it's clothing sneaker store.
Yeah.
Drips and Kicks, downtown Toms River. Guys, check it out. Support your local businesses.
Let's go.
No more important time to do that than now.
Yeah, it's truth. It is the truth.
Do you know anyone who had weight loss surgery? I do, actually. I'm getting it done in February. I'm assuming you mean, and I know I'm going to call this the wrong thing because they don't do it anymore, but the band.
Bypass.
Well, there's some new thing out. My friend had it done and he lost a ton of weight, but they don't really do the band anymore. I don't think they band your stomach. I think they actually cut a section of your stomach out, right? I think that's it. I think it's it's a different surgery than they do. They used to put literally an elastic band around your stomach and it would stretch over time. Now they actually cut and sew your stomach back together. I think I've got that right. And I just had a friend that did it, my buddy Chris, and he doesn't even look like the same human being anymore. I don't even recognize him. I'm like, holy shit, he lost like a whole person. But yeah, I'm getting it done in February. So Noel, if that's what you're having done, good luck. It worked very well for my friend. He looks like a completely different human being. As a matter of fact, he just posted an Instagram post with it was 5 huge garbage bags. and it said something like hope the person this size gets good use out of these clothes because he just doesn't fit in his clothes anymore. You know what I mean? No, you guys are both doing great tonight. Thank you guys. This was our first like real live with 2 phones. We did a live the other day, but it was more simplistic than this. Don't do weight loss surgery, somebody just said. TR Boys doing good tonight. Thank you guys. What's Frankie's favorite Biggie song? Obviously, it's gonna be What You Come Out To, no?
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's so many. So the whole Ready to Die album I could listen to front to back. I Got a Story to Tell is very, very good one too. You know what I'm talking about? He tells a story about messing with a chick, and he's you know what I'm talking about or no? He meets some girl, goes back to her place, he's messing around with her. Her man walks in. Her man is a Knicks. This supposed to be a true story. He's a Knicks player, right? Played for the Knicks, and he's like, oh, he had the bug. He said he tied her up, got his gun out, acted like he was robbing her. And then the guy said, "But we pull up like the wood floor and give him money." I mean, it isn't a song if it was true or anything.
It was very graphic.
But supposedly they say no. It's one of the, what really was a Knicks,
legitimately happened.
Tony Stark Starks, John Stark,
Tony
Stark,
Stark.
John Stark. I think
Stark.
was the rumor.
John
NBA
Stark.
guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I got 7 Mac 11s. People are rapping on here.
I got 7 Mac 11s, about 838s, 9.
Somebody just asked, how many times have you won a Super Bowl? I'm assuming they mean Giants, I guess. I don't know what he means. We don't play football, so I'm assuming he's got to be talking about.
What? Who?
He said, how many times you won a Super Bowl? I'm assuming he's talking about our state, which we're in Jersey, but it's got to be Giants, I guess, right?
I don't
even understand your question, sir. Fuck that. End of getting an infection like MRSA. Not sure.
No, that's end of getting an infection like MRSA from surgery.
Oh, yeah. No, that's, yeah. I mean, MRSA's on the the outside of your skin. This is, well, I guess you could. There's an incision, right? Mm-hmm. Don't they do most surgeries now, though, with those little, they make those little micro incisions? And everything goes through that now?
Yeah, but still, it still doesn't matter. It still can get infected.
All right, well. Listen, we got a lot of good feedback tonight, man. I think we should wrap this now before my phone completely dies. But thank you guys.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that we had this many people checking us out. Really
good
appreciate
times.
it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So we'll have to do another live one. This is our second one that we've ever done. But we got Frankie and Frankie Perez and Jesse Holt coming in this week. That episode is going to be a good one for all you people. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be a lot of political talk in that one because those guys are so obsessed with it and they're so into.
But we're letting them talk. I'm not talking.
No,
politics.
I mean,
politics. I know you're going to talk. Everyone knows you're going to talk politics.
No. You're just going to sit there. You're going to be a great interviewer.
I'm gonna listen and.
No, I'm going to ask them questions. I'm going to give them the floor and just ask questions. Right. People are listen. If we went live for that one, people are going to have a million questions. And I tend to pick it apart a little bit. I like to be the guy to pick apart conspiracy theories and be like, well, okay, well, if that happened, how did this happen?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, we're gonna unveil it all. Gonna unveil it all. The Great Awakening, as he says. Yeah, the Great Awakening.
It's the Great Awakening. Did you go out and look at the Bethlehem Star last night? Star of Bethlehem?
No, I didn't. My wife did. And it was too cloudy last night, so we didn't do it. I have a telescope, or she has a telescope rather. And usually when we do go look at some stuff if it's out, but it's too cloudy.
How do you guys decide who you want on the podcast? Well, we actually have a quite an array of fighters in the area. Obviously, Frankie, being the legend that he is, usually can open up those platforms to invite a lot of people on. We've had a tremendous amount of fighters on. But we're sort of in the mecca, the hub of Jersey, and New York is right here. Philadelphia is just over the bridge the other way. So there's a substantial amount of talent to get in and have on the couch. Our list is running a little thinner than it was in the beginning. I think we're like creeping up on 60 episodes here. We're probably, as I've said before, going to go to Zoom at some point just because a lot of people aren't comfortable with flying, getting on a plane, flying out here. So at some point we'll be doing some Zoom stuff too, although we would much prefer in person. I think it just flows better. It syncs better. It's just, so Frankie and I are both in agreement. But at some point, who knows what's going to go on with the lockdowns and COVID, and people are just nervous to fly anyway. So we may be doing some Zoom stuff. We'll see. So
Till next time.
Till next time, guys. Thank you so much. My phone is literally going to die any second. We thank you so much for your support. Champ of the Tramp, we ain't going nowhere. We're going to keep doing this for forever. Frankie needs a backup plan.
Peace and elbow grease.
It's a king of one-liners. No wonder Renee's with him 20 years later.